All right, welcome to Traveler. So I failed miserably since before. I did not post. I don't think I posted a recap of our game last time. I'm still working on it. I'm still working on a system, right? Sometimes I wax rhapsodic and the recaps are like 8,000 words long, and sometimes it's like a bullet point list. And I'm trying to find a happy medium for where they're evocative and interesting to read, but also don't take me, 2 weeks to write.
Why don't you write 250 words and have AI write the rest?
Can any AI even really do that?
I don't know. We'll be like, did I do that? That sounds amazing.
I did do a cool thing. So with AI, which I thought was pretty interesting. So I asked it for. So I have this like loose character that I've been Vinibaldo, who is a halfling witch. A cheerful halfling witch, and who I've been sort of kicking around an idea for a character, but I never get to play. I'm always DM. So I told ChatGPT to write me up a backstory for a cheerful halfling witch who dabbles in the occult, and it went to town. It was great. I mean, I was shocked at how good it was. This backstory that it wrote for me. So I tried it. Another thing, it was like I write a 5e, write a D&D 5e stat block for a Strigoi vampire from the TV show The Strain. It didn't even blink. It was just like, boom, here you go. And it took, I don't know, 10 seconds. Yeah. It was for stuff like that. I mean, it really is surprisingly good.
And I asked my brother-in-law and I were sitting around the fire up in Washington Island. Mm-hmm. We were talking about something, and I was trying to show him how it works. So we decided to. I said, ChatGPT, write a song about a surprise bris, where it rhymes, but somebody at the party doesn't know that they're in for a surprise bris. And it wrote it out pretty good. It's a little terrifying, actually. No one enjoys a surprise bris.
No one likes a surprise bris.
Yeah.
Don't move. Just don't move.
Just don't move.
Have you guys ever used it for anything specific, or have you tried it out?
I've played with it, but I've never.
I've been playing with it. They locked it down super hard at work. We're launching our own AI, and they're super paranoid about, because we have 160 million Americans' financial data, so they're paranoid about it getting into the system. I can't imagine why.
Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine a few scenarios.
Wait, is this on recording now? I didn't say anything.
It is recorded.
It is recorded. Andrew, you were saying that you've been using it. Is it work stuff, or you've been using it for personal stuff, or
playing around just to see what it does, what its responses are? I haven't yet tried it for work. Let's see, act as a lawyer and write a letter to my neighbor who keeps parking his truck in my blocking my vista. And that's about.
Ooh, wow! I hadn't even thought of that. Writing nasty grams for your.
Yeah, have ChatGPT act as a deranged lunatic who notices that he's parking his neighbor's car in. I've been watching from my binoculars across the street from you.
How about you, Dan? You ever use it, or does Disney pretty much put the kibosh on such things?
Yeah, no.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Bob Iger's like a non-AI kind of thing. Okay.
Are we sure Dan's not actually AI?
No, I can vouch for Dan. He and I go way back, so he's not an AI. He predates AI.
We're not talking about the original Dan. We're talking about this one on the camera.
Yeah. What about a scroll? Have you checked him for scroll?
I'm a scroll. That's actually one of the things that's causing the writer's strike. And
the scroll
can't come to
with AI.
Oh right, AI. Right.
What the hell is scroll?
Oh my God, it's Marvel.
You gotta get out of your house, dude.
Yeah.
Secret Invasion.
You haven't watched 4 different Marvel projects that have a scroll in it?
No.
All right. They're a shape-shifting goblinoid creature that apparently have invaded our Earth in this latest installment of Secret Invasion.
Well, they got stranded on Earth, and we're trying to help them find a homeland, but it's taking a little too long.
Yeah. So that's a nice synopsis.
What the hell? I guess. Well, most movies suck. So I've been watching everybody get all bent out of shape about Oppenheimer and Barbie, and I'm like, this is what passes for entertainment.
I saw Mission Impossible 3. I thought it was pretty good entertainment, though I would point out that I went to go see the 10:45 showing, not knowing it was 3 hours long.
Dan, what Barbie or Oppenheimer? Neither of those are yours, are they?
No, ours
Okay,
is the Indiana Jones, which got its butt kicked by Barbie and Oppenheimer.
Yeah,
I heard it was the worst Indiana Jones movie showing ever.
Yeah, I thought it was
It's not the worst
movie.
Like from a
It's not
financial
the worst
standpoint. I mean,
movie.
I mean,
It's the
like
worst-
from a financial standpoint.
it's
Yeah.
the worst profiting one. Yes.
All right.
So far. But
All
once
right.
it goes to China or whatever, and that's when they make their money. But I would say, at least from an entertainment standpoint, it was considerably more entertaining than the last outing.
Oh, okay.
It didn't have aliens this time.
That we know of.
The Indiana Jones movie last
Yeah.
time had aliens?
Yeah, you didn't know that Indiana Jones is actually a scroll.
No, I missed that. I'm gonna have to Google some shit when we get off this thing tonight.
Yeah.
I have a feeling. So anyway,
Look for
speaking.
scroll hentai or something like that. Something good.
Yeah, good. Yeah, no, I'm not Googling that. No. All right, so let's talk about this. So last time, you guys managed to get off of Cymbeline Station, get into the GNT, escape from the ConStab guys who were at the space dock. You did manage to, I think, only one of them died, right? Of blood loss. The other two were fixed up. Wagner, you were able to patch those up, so it wasn't as bad of a felony murder charge as it might have been. And then you guys hopped in the GNT and took off. Well, you headed out for the Lagrange point. The problem was the Lagrange point is 4 hours from Cymbeline Station of fusion drive. Now, you were talking about different ways to do that. There's really no way you can extract more velocity out of a fusion drive than you already were. But so out pops from Cymbeline Station a couple of ConStab interceptors, and they're like, hey, where do you think you're going? We're going to put a stop to you. And we fell into a space battle using the Starfinder rules. And that space battle is still going on. I'm looking at my very sparse actual notes here. And I feel like that the GNT is given it as good as it gets, maybe even better. So I got a question. Who's got the stat sheet for the GNT?
What do you
Is that
think?
you? Yeah, I was going to say, is that you?
Working, yeah, I don't remember having the stat sheet.
I have the spreadsheet.
Okay, you got it. All right, so great. And so I have a couple of damaged ConStab interceptors of various things. So I have the stat sheets for those. I've got us having done, I think, either 2 rounds or 4 rounds of space combat. Does that align with what you have done?
I think it's around 4 rounds. Yeah.
I think it's 4 rounds. I think we're going into round 5 because I got a number 5 at the bottom of the initiative list with a big box around it. So I'm suspecting that that's round 5. So in this case, does anybody have any questions? So the Gin Tonic has hit, I think, both of the interceptors, one harder than the other. There's been some rebalancing of shields and whatnot, but they are still trying to get you. Now, I can't remember. Did any of the interceptors hit the Gin and Tonic? I think yes.
Oh
no.
So the Gin and Tonic
We are still at max hit points, 120.
It's still max hit points. What about shield damage?
We have no shields.
yeah, that was a problem.
Right. No shields. Okay, I remember that now. I like that. Okay. All right. So we were using the Starfinder thing, and Don was gracious enough to sort of help us along with that and sort of limp us along because he's an expert on this particular thing. And I'm hoping he will do the same tonight as we begin again.
Yeah, he's on strike right now with SAG-AFTRA.
He's SAG-AFTRA. It's
like, nah, brother.
Well, then I guess we're just going to have to go to AI to do all this. But no, I think unless so, I think we should jump right in with the continuation of the space battle as things begin to heat up. Any questions? I know that several of you had taken different roles. Captain, engineer, science officer, things of that nature. Does everybody remember what they were doing?
Yeah, I was acting as captain just because it played to my skill set.
Okay.
And the captain was a gunner.
All right. So the
I believe I'm sinus officer.
Okay.
Pilot.
What?
And
pilot.
what was
I'm the pilot.
Eric, you were on the other gun, right? Because there's 2 turrets, correct?
Yes, he said he was shooting at things.
Okay, excellent. And I think that's everybody. Chuck, what were you doing? You were doing engineering, right?
Yeah, I'm on engineering.
Okay. All right, cool. So Chuck's engineer. Awesome. So questions before we get started.
So there's 1 turret and 1 forward gun.
Gotcha. Okay.
Both of those are linked, so there's like 2 guns in each position.
Got it. Okay. Do you guys remember who was on the forward gun and who was on the turret? I think it was it Mallory on the turret?
Yeah, I think I've got the no. I think it's the other way around. I think I had the turret.
Okay. Does that sound right to you, Eric? All right. Sounds right to him. Cool. All right. If nobody has any questions, should we jump right back in?
Ready, steady.
Yes.
To round 5. Let's roll for a niche.
Rolls.
Now I'm
Okay, so just the pilot does.
Okay. And use the pilot. Wow. Okay, looks like I'm probably going to go first here, but I got to figure out what my pilot skill on those guys was. I don't think it was huge, to be honest with you. Hold on, I got to find those guys. Yeah, it's +2. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, so 15 and 7. So that means that
okay, so the first phase is engineering.
Right.
So I get to roll a d20. What's the difficulty to increase our speed by 2?
That I don't know.
Go back to that. Hold on.
What do we know what the speed is now?
Speed is 6.
Okay.
DC of 19.
Okay, so I have what's the thing that replenishes every time? I have edge and spend an intellect point. That'll bring it down to 13.
Yeah.
Made it.
So I'm successful. That means our speed is increased to 8 this round.
Okay.
All right. Speed 8. That is equivalent to the speed of the interceptors, the interdictors. All right. Excellent work. Now, there's also I believe the captain can work now as well.
No, the captain can work during any phase.
Oh, right. Okay.
Engineering, helm, or gunnery. I'm going to ask the captain to help out with the gunnery. Inspire the gunners.
Inspiring the gunners. All right. What do I got to roll here for that?
Give them the Independence Day
encourage.
speech.
So
do we have? I don't think we need a science officer, do we?
No, you guys have one. It's Dr. Wagner.
What?
Wagner's science officer.
Wagner's a science officer. He does the shield balance. Scanning,
we don't
targeting,
have any
system
shields.
targeting.
We don't need to scan anymore. He can do a target system.
Yep.
Just FYI, about a year ago, I changed my Roll20 password after it said it was compromised and got an update that it's been compromised again. So I'm going to say that's not a super secure app we're using there. If you're using your password for other things.
I will have to fix that.
Okay. So
science officer, if you want to target an area on one of the bad ships.
Wait, it's not the science officer's turn yet.
Yeah, it's the captain's turn.
Right? We're in engineering phase, and we're still in engineering phase. The captain can act
if he wants to. Now he can only act once each turn, though. So if he acts now, he can't act later.
Correct.
What do you guys want? I can inspire now. Is this for shooting or for defending?
No. This is just engineering.
All right.
I recommend you wait until phase 3, the gunnery phase, for shooting.
Okay.
Is that what you want to do, or do you want to act in engineering?
Well, I mean, we're getting close to be able to hopefully polish one of these guys off. So I'm going to wait till gunnery phase.
Okay. So we go to helm, phase 2, which is helm.
Yep. So here we have the science officer to conduct system targeting.
Okay. what do I need to do? It's
So-
coming back, but
So it's a DC of 13 for you to target a system.
Right. And the systems are like life support, gunnery, engine room, that kind of thing. A system on the other ships.
On the other ship.
I know we had this guy from last time. I guess what's the best thing to target? Life support, correct?
No, target the weapon.
The weapon. Okay, which one?
This damaged piece of shit.
He could, well, he'd have to do a scan to find that out.
Oh no, we know he's scanned them both already.
Okay.
And we know we've damaged that one before. We've hit that one before.
Yes. That is true.
Target that guy.
Done. Targeted.
All right. So it's DC 13. You would, in this case, you would add, hold on, I want to look at your sheet. So you get intellect. You can add your edge and your intellect to your dice. That's takes it down to a 10. If you wanted to burn some additional intellect, you could, well, no, scan won't work. It's interpersonal. I think you're trained in identification, which would bring it down another 3. So I would say that takes that down to a 7.
Right. So I just need to roll 7 or better.
Need to roll 7 or better.
On a D20.
Okay.
Ooh, he killed that. Ooh, wait, there's more to that. So target system. On a success, the next attack on the enemy scores a critical hit with a niche. Oh, okay. I was going to say one system for that. So in this case, you've targeted weapon systems on the wounded ship. I don't have my wounded ship up yet, so I need to find it.
So if we roll a 19 or 20,
yep,
we hit the target. We hit the target in the weapon system.
No, it shows a crit if you hit a 19 or 20.
It scores a critical. Okay, yeah.
All right, hold on. I gotta try and find my. Where are my ships? Hold on, I lost my ships. Here we go. I got them. Take your time, Excel. It's okay. I got time. It's not like we're recording or anything.
This break brought to you by.
Okay, here we go. And it's blank. That's great. That's great. Okay, it's blank. So talk amongst yourselves for a moment. Well, do you want me to play some Percy Faith?
I have some DM hold music I can play.
Would you? That'd be great.
Yeah, let's see if I can find it here. Let's see. That's not it, but let me find it here.
Here we go.
Thank you.
I always find this very soothing.
Is this?
I'll turn it down so you guys can talk.
Is this the one that's the DM hold music or no?
Yeah, I use it for DM hold music.
Oh no, there. Let me see if I play the real.
You want me to turn it off?
Yeah, give me a sec.
No, I was kind of enjoying
There
that.
we go. I got it right here. Hang on. All right, so I just gotta share screen, I guess, for a second because I don't know how to do it without sharing screen.
Okay, hold on.
Give me the. Do I get to share screen? I don't think you have sharing.
Try it now.
I only use this every single day of my life. Yeah. Okay, here we go. This is almost as long as your awkward long pause.
I know, this is tough.
Why is it taking so long? Here it is. Can you hear it?
I can't.
You guys can hear them. Okay, let me fix that. Let me fix it here. Share screen, more, share sound. Okay, got it. Sharing sound, and here we go. Hear it now?
Yeah. Where are my ships?
We're just gonna destroy them anyway. Don't put too much work in.
Well,
I
I
need
have
to-
stats. I have stats on them too. So
Do you send those over to me?
Yeah.
Because I can't find mine anywhere.
well, it's in the spreadsheet.
I don't have your spreadsheet.
Gotta figure out how to turn this down.
Send me that.
Now I got it on. I can't turn the damn sound lower.
Did you send it?
I'm getting there. I'm attaching it now.
Okay. Sorry about this, guys.
Fine. Are you hearing this music?
Nope.
No, it
You're not
faded
hearing
back
anything?
out. Nope.
What?
We just heard it for a second and then it went away.
I don't have it. I don't. What? This is crazy. All right, here. I got it. All right. All right. We may be back in business here.
All right. I'll play that thing again if we need it.
All right. Sounds good.
Do-do-do-do.
Sorry about that. Hold, please.
Do-do-do.
All right. All right. Come on, Excel. Let's go.
You can do it.
All right, cool. Okay, tiny interceptor. Got it. All right. Thank you, Don, for saving the day. Appreciate that. God, now I'm embarrassed. This is all recorded, so this will make for a great video. I think compelling video. Okay, cool. So science officer targeted the weapon systems and succeeded. So a hit on that ship will get into the weapon systems, and that sounds problematic for me.
Yes.
But there you go. So, okay. It has a light particle cannon, by the way. All right. So that's science officer. I believe at this point, we also have the first pilot check.
Right. And since I lost initiative, I move first.
That's correct.
I'm going to do the backup maneuver.
Oh, what?
I'm going to go straight back at half our speed, which is 4 right now, because the engineer got me 2 more.
Is this a flip and burn? Back off maneuver.
No, just
okay,
back
no,
off.
I see it.
Okay, so with my DC, I need to. It's 14, I need to roll an 8 or better.
Okay.
Come on, Don. You can do it.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So we move straight back 4 squares.
Okay. That's one way of doing things. All right. Full reverse. Okay. Now I have to move, don't I?
Yes.
All right. So this guy has a turn radius of
0.
They have a turn radius of 0, so they can do that, and a speed of 8.
Yes.
And their weapons are only forward arc. So,
Right.
All right. So this guy is going to go 1, 2 to there, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bonsai! And then this guy is going to
Get a lot of suicidal, Viking spirited police officers up here in Assembly.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Eight.
Yeah.
All right. They are not suicidal, but they are trying to bring to justice
Are you sure
gang
of? Are you sure you want to move that last square?
Yeah, I want to stay. Well, I know that. So what I don't want you to do is put both weapons on one ship. So in this case, you've got the guy in to the north, which you can only hit with the 360. He's not in the forward arc. The guy to the south is in the forward arc. So theoretically, you could put both ships on him. Okay. But
wait,
both guns on him.
Let me point something out. Actually,
yes.
You're gonna die.
Is this is this a point in the game where you like bring up like rules and shit?
Yeah. So this is where Don puts on.
I hate those parts.
This is where Don puts on his jigsaw mask and says, "You fell into my trap. You want to play a game?"
The forward arc is this.
Okay, so neither of them are in your forward arc.
Right.
Okay, good.
Okay. So you're good, right?
Why do I feel like that you're laying the groundwork to I feel like you're greasing up a thumb over there for my
Are you good? Are you happy?
Yeah.
That's where I wanted them.
You're gonna put that thumb right in your cloaca.
Your forward arc on this guy here.
Oh, but I haven't
hit our ship.
That's okay. I have a turn radius of 0.
You've already turned.
Yeah, but I can turn anytime I want. It's 0.
Okay. So when I said, "Are you happy and ready?" you weren't happy and ready.
You meant no.
All right, it's fine.
You meant, Don, please point out that I'm not facing the right way.
Please point out my stupidity.
Oh, we're okay, I think. All right, fine. All right, but still, your forward arc. There's nobody in your forward arc either. So the only thing that you can do is you can plunk somebody with the 360, but that's it.
And since we targeted this guy for the weapon,
yep,
I suggest that the turret gunner target this ship.
Okay. So in this case, I think that's it for helm. Although the captain could act during the helm phase because gunnery phase is next.
Well, he was going to act during gunnery phase, right?
Okay.
Independence Day speech.
You ready? That's what I was about to do. We will not go quietly into the night. We will not give up without a fight.
There might be a day when the men of the Gin and Tonic fail, but today is not that day.
Not that day.
What do I need to roll here?
For that, so you have 2 operations here. You could do encourage, or you could do something called moving speech. So what's the
DC for encourage is 15. For moving speech, it's 19.
No, it's D20. I have DC 20 plus 1.5 of the ST, the starship tier. So you've got a starship tier of 2, right?
3.
3. Okay, so 1.5 of that would be 4. So it would be a DC 24. Now we're talking about a man who has persuasion skills. So so we start with 24. Let's take a look at Weberjix here. So in this case, he has he has edge and intellect, which I think would be applying here. He also has trained in persuading, which I think would also be a thing here. So that goes from a 23 to a 15. And then I'm trying to think. Spin identity wouldn't work. Encouragement. With this, you maintain this ability through ongoing inspiring oration. Your allies within short range ease one of the task types your defense. So it's kind of that I don't know that would work or be applicable. It would probably work. It isn't applicable here.
Right.
Spin identity. Nope. So I think he brings it down to a 15. Now that's with just your freebies. You can also spend intellect points, and I have to re-look up that number.
Let's do that.
Gunner, make sure you use one of the computer bonuses. You get +1. We didn't use the other 2, but it's too late for that.
Okay. And I have a question when you come back.
I'm here.
I have other notes on other bonuses that might be applicable, but I'm not sure.
Okay, go ahead and say what they are.
As an effect of how I built the character, I get +1 on repeated tasks. If I've done something once and I go to do it again, I get a +1 on my attack.
That would be this.
Okay. I also have machine-human interface that I can interface with machines, but would a gun be considered a machine? Okay. All right, so then I got 1 additional +1. That's good.
So you've got yours from that, and then one from the +1.
So I got a +2.
+2. And then maybe more if he encourages you.
Oh, I'm encouraging you. I'm ready.
Are you
ready to be inspired? We shall defend this ship, whatever the cost may be. We shall fight them on the beaches. We shall fight them on the landing grounds. We shall fight the fields and the streets, and we shall not fight in the hills. We shall never surrender.
So, Les, what was the DC you had for encourage?
Encourage is 15. Now, it costs 3 points from a stat pool to apply 1 level of effort and 2 additional points every level after. So if you want to reduce that, you can spend 3 intellect points.
I will do that.
And so that brings you down to 12. So it starts at a 15, and applying the 3 intellect points brings you down to 14. And then if you apply into increments of 2 intellect points, it brings it down 1 more each time.
So I'm not rolling any bonuses on there. I'm just bringing down from 24 down.
You're just bringing it down and rolling a D20.
Yeah, it's sort of the reverse of how Pathfinder works, right? So you start out with a DC, with a difficulty check, the number that you need to succeed. And then you apply all of your bonuses, your skills, your, what have you, and you bring that number down, and then you roll a D20 and see if you make it.
Yeah, I think it is couponing. The bill started at $24, but then I brought out my double coupons here, and now we're down to $14.
So, but you have to keep track of your intellect, how much you spend, and from your stat pools, because 1, your stat pools are sort of like your hit points, and 2, it takes time to recover them. Now, I don't think that you've spent anything, but like for the first time so for recovery, you see the boxes on your sheet where it says 1 action, 10 minutes, 1 hour, and 10 hours.
Yep.
So each one of those is recovery time, and you get D6 points back when you spend that. So 1 action, you could burn some here, roll D6, get it right back. The next time you do it, though, it's going to take 10 minutes. And this space battle is not going to last 10 minutes. So remember how that works.
Boys, what do you think? Is that enough? You want to put a little more intellect in this so we can... I'm not even
I think that's enough.
I'm just inspiring. I'm just trying to inspire. All right.
I think that's enough.
Give it inspiring. And roll away. Oh, son of a...
No, this is
that's what you needed.
Wasn't inspire. I thought this was moving speech.
Moving speech.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Well, yeah, I think it was
encourage was easier, wasn't it?
Yeah, moving
encourage is easier.
Higher DC.
Yeah, so it's a DC. So encourage only works on 1 person, whereas moving speech works on the whole ship.
On the whole ship, but right now he's just working on the gunner.
All right, so it would have been a 9. If you spend another 3 points of intellect, it would have brought it down to an 8, which would make this a success.
Right.
All right, so you got to spend the intellect points.
All right, I'm spending them now. So
excellent.
3 intellect points, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
But then you would have encourage, and I'm on success. Crew member gains +2. You can't encourage yourself, which is weird. It's a weird rule because I've encouraged myself.
No Stuart Smalley affirmations there.
Good enough. You're smart enough.
Encouraging yourself in public.
By God, people like you.
Yeah, that's illegal.
So you're
immoral.
So you're +4 right now, Dan.
And I have edge.
So Captain, you have edge in speed. Yes, that would. I think that would apply.
Yeah, we said that speed was the closest we had for
whirling that gun around. Go for it.
So again, do I do a +5 or are we doing a -5?
So it's -5. So you get wait a second. So the 2 hit, the AC on these guys is one moment. Is 17. All right. So that's your DC. You've got edge, that brings it down to a 14. You've got encouragement, which is +2, so that brings it down to a 12. Is there anything else you want to do?
Are you
I
trained?
get +1 on repeated tasks.
11.
And did you already mention edge? I'm sorry.
You use
And
the
we
edge.
got the computer.
And using one of the tri nodes on the computer.
Okay.
+1.
So that's 10?
Yeah. And are
10.
you trained? Do you have training in whatever this would be?
He has
weapons?
He has training in identifying and understanding, using, repairing, and crafting machines, and identifying and understanding machines. I don't know that those are directly applicable here.
Right.
No.
So
I do
without
have-
gunnery skill,
Just roll a 20.
you're down to 10.
You're down to 10. 50-50.
And so I can choose to burn the extra speed to get another +1
Yeah.
after the fact. Okay.
Yeah, if you want to,
If
it
you
was
burn.
3 points
Yeah.
of speed
I've
burn.
got
Okay.
16. Well, I think I'm down to 14 now for some reason, but okay.
All right.
You can burn 3 to make it a 7.
Ooh, there's a 16. Did you burn the 3 or no?
No.
Okay.
But he
That's all
hits.
Yeah, that's a hit. So for your damage, I believe it's turret. Two light laser cannons, each do 2d4, so 4d4 points of
4d4.
damage.
Yeah.
To this thing's weapon system.
To weapon. Ooh, that's
No,
right.
you didn't score a crit, so it's not on the weapon system.
No, a regular hit hits the weapon system. If you score a 19 or a 20, you get a crit.
It's a critical hit. So this is 12 points, and that's on the weapon system.
Because of the success of the science officer,
Okay.
any hit is a hit to the weapons.
Got it.
All right, damage phase. All right, so system not operating. So this takes this to, because it's the first hit on the weapon system, it is now glitching.
Yay.
So the weapon, so glitching is the system is not operating at peak performance. All crew actions except hold it together and patch take a -2. The next hit on that would be malfunctioning and then wrecked. So it's -2 on their firing, essentially, on their combat.
Right.
Because of that you've targeted, you put a couple of lasers into their primary particle cannon. Their only particle
All
cannon.
right.
Now,
All
he
right.
also takes that damage, doesn't he?
Yeah, I've marked it. So it takes down the front shield and it does several internal damage points.
Okay. What did that guy have as a front shield at that point?
I believe that's my business.
Okay.
Oh, well, you're keeping track of both?
I was, but
He had 9.
Yeah, would you know that if the shield went down or no? Would we know?
Yeah, you'd know.
Okay.
I think you would know. Or do you have to do rescans?
Thematically, yeah, thematically it would be.
We would technically have to do rescans, but since he can't really do anything other than balance the shields because he's a single pilot, it's
Right.
not worth rescanning.
Right, got it. Okay.
Now
That
you started with 15 shields, right?
No. More than that, I think.
Oh, you
Hold
started
on.
with 20 shields. I had you down with 15 current.
Right, that is accurate.
Okay.
And I just lost another 9.
Okay.
So you could probably do that math pretty quickly.
So,
Yeah,
Math is hard.
math.
About how much is on the other shields.
Math is hard.
Math is hard.
A train leaves Chicago at 60 miles an hour.
If a ship leaves Symbolize Station for the Lagrange point at 5 a.m. and 2 interdictors leave at 6 a.m. All right. Good. Done? Yes?
yeah. So
All right.
you've got
I hit him.
So you've
You
got
did.
6. You've got 6 left. You can auto balance them without doing anything. So you
Correct.
have 3 in the front and then 1 in the other 3.
That is almost certainly what I'm going to do.
Okay.
But I can't do it now.
No.
I'll do it later. But he is going to fire his glitching weapons because he knows that these weapons are not going to be. So your AC is
Around
14.
72.
I have 14.
That's
14, yes.
inverted.
All right. So
It's
and that
41.
it's inverted. AC 41. Put a lot of armor on there on Cymbeline Station. Sergey did you guys a favor.
Souped it up.
All right. So
Hook us up.
his weapon system is glitching, so that makes it a 16. He, however, he's going to use his speed, which he has edge in. So he's going to do that and take that down to a 13. And let me see, is he trained? I got to see this. He is trained in gunnery. So that is going to take it down to an 11. Now, if I recall correctly, I have been missing the shit out of everything so far.
And let's hope that continues.
Let's hope not. Here we go. 11 or better. Yes.
Barely.
All right. So that is a glitching particle cannon, light particle cannon, which does 3d6 damage. And this goes all to internal because you have no shields.
No shields.
13 points of internal damage.
Okay.
My whiskey okay?
The whiskey was in the hole.
Right now it is.
What about the cargo?
We were at 120. We're at 107, guys.
All right. All right. That is that. So we moved. So that's gunnery, and then we allocated damage. That's the final.
That's a round.
That's a round. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So we go into round 6, and it's Anish time. I'll roll first. 17.
21.
Son of a biscuit. All right. All right. So now we're in engineering phase. Engineers, what are you going to do?
My freebies are -6. So what's the the DC was what again? I'm sorry. I'll remember this time. I promise.
For what was it? Divert auxiliary power.
Divert was 14.
14. So I with my freebies take away 6 of that.
Mm-hmm.
Which means
14 minus 6 is 8. That is
No.
a fail. That is a fail on the engineering part. He's
So-
getting spaced later.
we only get 6.
So only 6.
No, wait. Our movement is our movement is
Our
6.
movement is 6. We don't get the bonus movement.
Mhm.
right.
Okay.
Captain wants to do anything? And this
Well,
round,
wait.
there will be plenty of times for the captain to do anything. But Matt,
Oh, I don't think I'm
Yeah.
doing anything now, unless you need me to do something. Is there anything I can do besides inspire? I had a
demand.
sheet up last time, and I don't have that sheet up. The one that you gave us, what we could do for each roll.
You could do encourage again. You can taunt, or moving speech.
He has attempted to taunt each ship already, and you
yeah,
can't taunt the same ship more than once.
Gotcha. Okay.
Not taunt you a second time.
I think that's actually what the yellow one is. The yellow dot is he's
the
taunted.
yellow one's taunted.
So
Not
I think-
we should. I'm just curious because that happens in the order that it does. Could he, after the fact, inspire me and affect the roll I've already made? I'm just curious. He shouldn't do
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely, you can.
that. Okay.
I-
Well,
the one I just made already.
no.
No,
if
inspire the engineer to boost the engines.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm happy
Yeah.
to, but I thought I could only do one thing a turn.
well,
Yeah. If you do that,
It's a
then
new turn.
That's all you got to do this turn.
Okay.
That's all
Yeah.
you got to do.
like
I
I
want
said, I don't think he should do that. I think he should inspire the gunners.
Okay, wait and inspire the gunners. I'm
Right.
fine with that.
But I was just asking if that would work.
I'm new to this captain role, but
retroactively because my role was very close to being a success.
Yeah, Captain,
It was just-
inspire the gunners.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait until the gunners.
Gunner
come.
inspiring. I'll read you this poem about the.
did AI write that?
I walked into the valley of the shadow of death.
Because the science
And-
officer might
And
succeed.
science officer, grab the forward gun. Or do we have someone for the Ford gun?
No, we've got
Eric's on the
That's
forward
Eric.
gun.
Eric's on the
Eric's on
Ford
the Ford gun. Okay.
He didn't shoot last round because
Because it wasn't facing
he's
that
out of
way.
arc. Yeah.
Right.
You know, we could probably put the science off in the gun, then we could have Eric open the airlock and shoot his other giant gun out, handheld.
But he's got a back suit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that automatic 12 gauge.
Hey, science officer, go ahead and scan again.
Aye, sir. What do you want me to scan?
This ship.
Again?
Yeah, so that we can confirm its allocation of shields.
Okay. I can't remember.
Scan is DC 5 plus another 4. You have. Sorry. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. D what?
So it's a DC 5. Scan is a DC 5 check, difficulty 5, plus 1.5 of this enemy ship's. I can never remember
Tier.
what I see.
It's tier 2.
Yeah, it's Starship tier
3.
Yeah, so it would be 3. So a DC
So
8. Now you have several freebies going on. So from a science standpoint, let me look at your character sheet again. Intellect, obviously, Intellect Edge is going to bring that down to a 5. And if you want to, let's see.
I also have perception and identification.
I think perception would be more here.
Okay.
What do you think? What were you going to say, Don?
I'm going to ask him to use one of the tri-nodes also, and each of the gunners should use a tri-node.
If he uses the tri-node and he uses perception, which he's trained in, that brings it to a -1, which means an automatic success.
You can't lose then.
Oh, give me a shot.
Miss Dr. Wagner. I saw that show. It was a show on Fox called Dr. Wagner Can't Lose.
Really?
Yep. I think it was something like that. All right, so Dr. Wagner, you have successfully scanned the other ship. So yes, I mean, to your example, the shield allocations are now 311. So there's only 6 points of shield left on that interdict interceptor.
All right, there you go, Captain.
Wait, Andrew, I want you to actually roll also, because for every 5 you get over it, we get more information.
Oh, that's right. So do I get to add a bonus?
Well, you're at -2 already. Just roll the
-1.
Just roll the D20.
Okay.
So yeah,
everything.
we get everything.
What do you want to know?
How many hit points does that still have?
11.
So he's at 3,111 with 11 hit points.
Yep. And his primary weapon, his only weapon, which is the particle beam gun, is glitching.
Damaged.
Yeah, it's damaged.
Can I read his credit card number?
You could with that roll, actually.
With his code?
Probably, yeah.
All right, I stand for that as well.
Okay.
I don't care if it's Prime Day.
Les, go ahead and move your two ships.
All right. Well done, Dr. Wagner. All right. So my speed is 8. You all right. 1, 2, 3, 6, 8. So he's moving to here.
Ooh, he learned about the backup move.
And spinning?
He's doing the turns.
Yeah.
And then 1, 2, 3, 6, 8. No, he's going to there and coming back around this way. All right.
Okay, I only moved 6.
Correct. Unless you want to do that backwards thing again, which I don't recommend, by the way.
No, I don't recommend that either, because I don't change facing, and that would be a bad thing. However,
still got the 360. You just making Eric. You're punishing Eric essentially.
Wanted to put me in that turret.
I'm going to turn in place. I'm not moving anywhere. I'm just turning.
Okay. Which way? How did I know that? All right. It's a face-off at range 4. All right.
Okay,
Fires.
2 gunners. You're each using one of the tri-nodes, so you get +1 for that.
Now, do you fire first, or is it simultaneous? It's simultaneous. That's what I thought. Okay.
So, Les, you go ahead and roll first.
All right, sir. All right. It's a light particle cannon, AC 17. He brought it down to, I think it was 11 to hit. Correct?
Right.
Okay, here we go. 15, another hit. 3d6 right in your face. 11 more points of damage. Surrender! Murders!
Okay, guys, both of you hit him.
Oh, wait. I can fire my other guy, too. You want me to do that? You fire first, and then I'll do it. Yeah, I'll fire him last, so you go ahead and fire.
What is the DC we're going for?
So their AC is 17. So for you, what did you end up rolling? What was the thing last time you said?
I don't remember. I had edge. I had the +1 for the repeated task. I had the +1 from the computer.
Yeah. So that's 3. So that brings it down to So that brings it down to 17 to 14, 14 to 11, 11 to 8.
Do you need me to roll for?
Oh no, repeated task is only 1, so it's 10.
Oh, do you need me to inspire again or no?
It's up to you, Captain.
But you waited to inspire us, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm waiting to inspire the gunner.
Yeah,
so.
inspire. Go ahead and inspire.
All right. Well, see, I quoted Churchill last time, so this time I'm going to quote Fergie. A little party never killed nobody.
I like it.
Little party never killed nobody. Well, that did not work at all.
Fergie did not resonate with the crew.
Yeah, they're like,
wow.
They're like, look out, Boomer! Get off the radio, Boomer!
Okay,
yeah. All right, I'm gonna work on my inspirational quotes here. I'll be back.
Yeah, you go work on your quotes.
I'm gonna work on my inspirational quotes.
All right, so my DC stays at 10.
Yep.
What's
I
Eric's?
will burn the extra intellect this time, or
you will?
Yeah.
Okay, so 3 will get you down to 9.
A 3 would get him down to 7.
No, it's for 1 point.
It costs 3 to go 1 point.
Costs 3 to go down to 1.
But then if you do it again, it's 2 for 1 point. And that stays.
My bad.
16, that's a hit. Right in the teeth, too. He got picked in the teeth. So that is the turret. So 4d4, I believe. Yeah. 11. All right.
So 2 of those go straight through.
Hold on. No, it's more than that. So he's got 3 shield in the front.
Oh, yeah, he's only got 3 shield now.
That disappears. So 8 more of those go into the thing. So he's got and since Dr. Wagner you hear Dr. Wagner come over the comms, he's got 3 hit points left. Now is the time. Now is the time.
Eric, finish him.
His shield is down.
Finish him off.
All right, let's look at Eric. All right, so this is going to be problematic for me, probably, because Eric has yeah, he is gunner. So hold on, let me get for some reason I'm having trouble getting his character sheet to come up. So hold on a sec.
Yeah.
All right, Mallory Graves character sheet. There he goes. Mallory Graves. Here we go. All right. So he has speed 12, so he has edge pool there. So that brings my AC is 17. So that brings that down to a 14. Practiced with guns. He also does +1 damage because he is a gunner. You are practiced combat prowess. You add 1 damage. So speed defense, intellect defense, those are what you're trained in. You're defense-minded, always on the lookout for danger. So it comes down to 14. You are practiced with guns, which brings that down to 11. You have Jumpy, which adds +2 to your speed pool. So if you want to add one more point, you can bring that down another point, which I forgot what I just said. So 14, 11. You can bring it down to 10.
And then one for the trinode.
Oh, and then one for the trinode. So 9.
Okay. That's what I shall do. Thank
All
you.
right. So 9 or better. This may be it for him.
So
I'm a little nervous.
I'm using the roll 20.
I roll a d20.
Face. 19.
Yeah.
19 is a hit. So another two trinode things. So 4d4. He's got 3 hit points left.
4d4. He's got +1 on weapon damage.
Oh, he's got +1 on his damage. So that's 44 + 4.
He's only got 3 hit points left.
Wait. So wait. Let's do. I roll 4d4.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Roll 4d4 and add 4.
44.
Because it's +1 per die.
Gotcha. +1 per die. So I roll 4d4.
Oh, wait. It would not be 44 + 4. It would be 44 + 2. He gets +1 per gun.
Oh, per gun.
Yeah.
Okay. 44 + 2.
So, all right. I'm rolling 4d4 and I add 1.
Correct.
2, actually.
2.
Oh, sorry. Choose. Yeah, sorry. Jeez.
All right, here we go.
This is a long day.
Oh, geez.
8 points.
That's okay.
He's dead.
Boom. Wow.
Because I'm going bye-byes.
Kablamo. Nice. Love it. Kablamo.
All right. So you guys blast in there, and you see this interdictor. You hear a scream, they got me! He comes over the radio, and this guy says, "You bastards, you murdering bastards! You'll pay for this, I swear!"
Now, in Starfinder, when you actually do that, the ship does not blow up. It's just completely disabled.
Well, this one blew up.
Oh, okay.
It's just. I spent all the time getting the blow up animations going here. Come on.
Weber would like to believe that officer is living on a farm upstate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Officers living in a farm. No. Do this out here. Okay. Oh, this one's nice. I like this. Oh, that's. Oh. Here we go. Oh.
Do we see an ejection and a shoot?
You did not see an ejection. He stayed in his. He died in his seat. But the other guy is screaming at you guys over the intercom on open channel. They just murdered Bill. And he is going to fire. So he needs, I want to say, an 11 or better, and he is also going to burn 3 points. To get this. So to make that a 10. So he's going to wait. Yeah, 10. Son of a biscuit.
Misses.
He misses. All right. That's the end of that round. Round 7. The round that you guys finalized the murder of your ConStab friends. Let's roll an ish, shall we? For round 7. You guys ready? Ready for me to win?
Ready.
Oh, 19 versus 17. Close, but no cigar. I go first.
No, I go first.
No, you rolled a 17. I rolled a 19.
Okay.
What? Were you trying to use some reverse psychology on me? Because I am immune
not the
to
droids
that.
you were looking for.
No, Les, I am not. Okay, you go first.
All right, you go first. What was that thing from the IT crowd? Advertising doesn't work on me. God, I'm thirsty. All right, so engineering phase.
Do you still want speed?
Yeah, if I can. It's an 8. There we go.
You
All
got it.
right, that got it. All right.
Science officers, scan him and tell me where his shields are.
Okay. Let's scan.
You just get shields because that's only 5 more than -1.
Yep.
All right, so you just get shields. So he has 5 shields all the way around.
Five. Okay.
Yeah, he has 5 points on each shield.
Okay.
All right. Helm.
Yep.
All right. You go first.
Yes, that's what I meant before.
No, you didn't. You were trying to use reverse psychology. I'm
Well,
drinking
it's not
lemonade. There's no alcohol in there. Don't try to capture me in some sort of maze of circular logic. Ooh. Okay. Is that your entire movement? No, it's not. Okay. All right. Is that it? No.
That's it.
Okay. All right. What was the thing that shows the path? Hold down. What? I can never remember the key codes.
Z.
Is it Z?
Your self-destruct.
But I didn't do it all in one, so it's just going to show you the last one.
Okay, no, that's fine. I was just seeing if I could do it because I've got to plot this out. All right, so 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Z.
This case, Chuck, no, you would not, because you would need access to that hardware essentially for that. It's let me rephrase. It's possible. However, in the we would have to make some rule changes to deal with it. But I'm not sure that would be allowed.
Okay.
Well,
are you responding to something that was sent to you PM?
Yeah,
he's
I'll
responding to a PM.
I'll tell you what. If you want to try it, we'll try it. But you would have to forego your other engineering efforts.
Well, yeah, I just didn't know if it was even possible.
It would be like I'm going to say it is possible, and it would be like a targeted system attack kind of thing. And then would you tell me what you do, and we'll figure it out. Sound good?
Yeah. I was just putting it out there. I don't know if that's what I want to do. I mean, we seem to be doing all right, but like for future reference, is that something that I might be able to try?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. All right. So he's going to. So first, he's going to go to here and turn north. Then he's going to go north 2 squares. So that's 4 squares total. Actually, he's going to go 5 squares. He's going to go more north. He's going to say goodbye to his friend Bill. And then he's going to turn this way, do a 6th square, turn this way, and do a 7th square. And then do this way and make an 8th square. Kamikaze! No, he's not going to kamikaze, but he is going to shoot at you. But that's piloting right now.
Okay, we're at gunnery phrase. Turret and the interceptor. Forward gun can't shoot, but turret can.
Turret can.
Okay.
I've got out of the way of Mallory.
Do you want to get the captain to inspire the gunner?
I want to inspire the gunner.
You need an 8, and we need to know what you say.
You'll always remember this of the day as you almost caught Captain Jack Black.
All right, let's see the roll.
It's rolling. Why is it taking so long?
It worked. That's a +2. So last time you had a 10, so a +2 would take it to 8, right? 8 to hit. Okay.
Use the trinode.
7.
Use the trinode, yeah. So 10, we're down to 8. Here we go.
All right. Get him, Captain.
8. Sorry, you're right.
That's a terrible roll.
Yes. Oh man. All right. So now it's my turn. I I burned intellect points, so I don't have a ton of intellect points, but what am I saving them for, right? So I'm going to do 14, 13, 11. I need an 8 because I'm burning intellect points. Here we go. Oh. Natural 20. So remind me, Don, does anything happen on, there are things that happen on a 19 or 20. Is that a major effect?
Roll to hit again.
Critical hit. All right, here we go. 20 on a D20 and damage dealt to ship's hull or damage exceeds a 1 in the 5 critical thresholds. Oh,
we're gonna decipher that, but you have to confirm the crit first.
Okay. And I need an 8.
No, you do not confirm the crit.
No confirmed crit. All right, fine. Here we go. 3d6.
Right, 3d6.
Son of a
4
bitch.
points of damage.
4 points of damage on 3 dice? Seriously?
Hey, you dented my bumper, asshole.
I didn't even dent it. I just scraped off the bumper sticker that says, "If this ship's a rockin', don't come a knockin'."
He keyed our car.
You messed up the one that said my kid's an honor roll student.
There's a scorch mark on it now. That's not gonna. That's gonna stink. All right, that was gunnery. I mean, that's the end of that round. So we're going into round 8. That was not as cool.
Go ahead and do the moving speech now, because it'll affect everybody.
Ooh, moving speech. So what do we say the DC on that was? What do we get it down to? So it starts out at 24, and he used. Hold on. Weber used intellect, which brings it down to 21. He was going to burn some intellect, but we'll talk about that in a minute. He used persuading as trained, which brings it down to 18. And I think he burned 3 intellect points to bring it down to 14, but I can't speak for Matt, so he's going to have to decide how many intellect points he wants to burn on this. Now, this being the case, this might be the last chance you get to do something like this.
Right.
I'm gonna go whole hog here, so I can 5 is my max, so I can burn, right?
No, you can burn as many as you want in 2s, but remember, you have to take them off. You'll always have at least 1 edge, but you can burn up to your entire intellect, all your 15 intellect points. But once they're burned, you don't have them. You have to recover them back.
Right. I'm gonna use them right here. So I'm using 5 right here.
5. So you're gonna burn 5 intellect points to get +2. What was it? What did we say it was before? It was
3 for 1, 2 more for 2. So he gets 2.
He gets +2. What did we start? He had 24 minus 6 is 18, plus 2 is 16.
16, right.
I think honestly, with you have skill, your special ability is encouragement. If you burn 1 more intellect point, you will get that bonus.
All right, so
that's a 3.
That's a 3-person bonus for a 3-point bonus for just 1.
All right, so this is inspiring everybody, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and that takes it down to
11.
No, he was at.
It was at 14. You did -3.
Was that 14? I thought he was at 16. 24 minus 6 is 18. Minus 2 is 16.
16
minus 3 is 13.
Okay, he's at 13.
13 or better. Not a walk in the park, but here, I think that's. I don't know. Unless you want to burn more intellect points, I don't know that you can get any better than that.
What am I down to? 14.
14.
Down to 13. Down
Sorry,
to 13.
13.
You're going to bonus everybody, though.
All right. Remember, lads, it's not equipment that wins battles. It is the quality and the determination of the people fighting for a cause in which they believe. In this case, us getting the hell out of here.
I'm inspired from that.
Every man dog longs for a battle, a fight, adventure to live, and a beauty to rescue. I don't know what I'm saying. All right, here we go.
Excellent.
That's all I have.
He's lost it.
Roll a 19.
All right, yeah. All right, here we go. Sorry, I was so overcome I had to take a drink of whiskey. Ah, son of a biscuit eater.
Oh, you missed it by 1? Is that what happened here?
I can't believe I spent 6 friggin' intellect points to have to get down to 12. Didn't I have any other bonuses?
Nothing. I gave you it was 13. I gave you the encouragement.
And Can he use a trinode?
What's the
Yeah,
trinode?
sure he can.
There you go. Use the trinode and you got it.
The trinode succeeds if you want to use it, but don't forget that you used it.
All right, I used it.
It's used this round.
All right. Everybody gets, what was it for encourage? Plus two? Everybody gets
right.
+2 after
Give
that
him hell,
rousing, if somewhat incoherent speech.
Oh, yeah, I'll go something shorter next time.
All right. Engineering.
You want speed?
Yes.
All right. Don't forget you get +2. So what's your standard?
-6.
Okay.
And my freebies. So at +2, it's -8.
Okay. Off of what was, did you tell me?
It's like-
It's divert, right?
Yeah.
Or
so
no, it's
that's-
overpower.
It's overpower. Yeah.
So DC 15 +3 is 18, and you said it's +8?
It's -8.
-8, that's what I meant. So 10. There it is. Makes it. Speed is 8. All right. Anything else in engineering? No.
Nope.
Helm phase. Science officer, pilot.
I need to keep scanning.
Scan again, and we need to roll initiative again.
Okay.
Oh shit, we didn't roll initiative. Natty Twinzo for me.
Yeah, use it up now.
Yeah,
Have it
no
up,
kidding.
pilot boy.
All right. Do you want to do a scan, or I mean, it hasn't changed since last he scanned, but you could get more information then.
Yeah,
Well,
because
we
he
already
only
those
rolled
credit card numbers.
Yeah, you didn't get those credit card numbers, those credit stick numbers.
All right. So yeah, I will. Sorry, I was muted. Which is the way you like me best. Yeah,
You couldn't tell because we usually just ignore him. So
yeah, but this way you get to passively ignore me. Yeah, I'll scan.
Okay. You start with your freebies. You start at -1. So anything that you roll. So that's an expanding cloud of gas. That other interdictor. 16 at -1, 17. That's 3. That's pretty much everything. What do you want to know? He's got 5, 5, 5, and 5 on the shields. And he's got 24 hit points left.
We already know the weapon and everything. Okay.
Yeah, it's a ion particle gun. I think.
Speed 8, right?
Yeah, his speed's 8. It's a one-man thing, so he can't really do engineering or anything like that. It's highly maneuverable, as you guys are learning. And you got his credit stick number and his ATM pin. All right. So that's science. Pilot, you have extra speed too. You got speed 8 this time.
Yep. We're just moving 8.
Okay. How did you make that happen? That
just
thing?
Straight.
No. I mean, how did you make the arrow happen?
Oh, I did waypoints. I hit left mouse click while I was doing it. Now, if you highlight my guy and do an X, it'll show you my path.
Ah, I see it. Okay. How do I get it to show you guys? Well,
your path?
Yeah.
First, you have to move.
Okay. And then hit X?
No, hit the left mouse button to make a waypoint.
Oh.
And then don't worry about rotating. Just go ahead and hold down the left mouse button. You're actually tapping the right mouse button.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
So start up there, hold down the left mouse button. Whenever you want to move or turn, hit the right mouse button.
Did that even work?
But don't actually rotate it yet.
This has never worked for me. I'm never going to be able to figure this out. So that's 1. I'm just going to move them. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
No, you already moved 1.
Oh, sorry.
You moved 1 down, so you only moved 7 here. Yep, you're there.
Got it. Okay. All right. He's on the charge. You hear him screaming obscenities over subspace radio. Screaming for Vengeance is playing in the background by the ancient rock and roll band Judas Priest.
Okay, Dan, hit him.
All right.
You got +2. You also
does.
one of these for a +1
for a node
+1.
So that's +3. What did we say before? He was 10, but +3 will be 7. So 7 or better to hit.
What the hell?
All right, here we go.
6 and a 4?
So I have, so to hit you guys are 14. Pilot or
I think you needed an 8 or 9.
Speed 11. Yeah, I needed and then an 11 minus 3 is 8 for his gunnery roll, so I needed an 8. Here we go. 18, that's a hit. And he does 3d6, so hopefully it'll be more than 4 this round.
No, 4's fine.
8 points of damage as another particle gun goes into the rear.
Okay, guys, we're down to 84 points of hull points.
I'm sorry, I can't hit anything.
I know. I got to win at piloting also.
Round 9.
Round 9, engineering. Give me speed boost.
Here's my niche.
No.
Wow, no speed boost there, so you're back down to 6.
No, it's 8. I went down to 6.
Speed is 6.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay, and I want initiative to science and well, potentially captain.
Captain, help my piloting.
All right, just inspire you.
Oh, help somebody.
No. Well, no, never mind. Inspire the gunner.
Right.
Okay, I will do.
Go ahead and target.
Target systems. Yep.
All right. DC 5 plus.
Am I rolling just to inspire?
+3 is 8.
You can inspire the gunner.
Oh, all right. Sorry, I am inspiring the gunner. I'm using one more intellect point here. So what does that put me down to? Does that put me down to 13? Or back?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what it puts you down to because you've been burning intellect points like it's a bodily function over there. But it gives you 3 intellect points give you 1 thing. But
Andrew's gonna target first. Go ahead and roll target.
Wait. Am I gonna target, or maybe do I lock on and give the gunner a +2 bonus?
My bad.
Ooh,
lock on.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Lock on.
All right. DC 5 +3 for the ST countermeasures. They don't have any. You need an 8. Would we assume that takes it down to a -1? In this case, so hold on, let me look. Dr. Milagrosa. All right, you get 1 for edge on intellect. You get 1 for computer skills. So we're at 8. That's to 5. Now you're down to 2. I think that's it. If you burn 3 intellect points, you can bring that down to 1 or better, which is auto, frankly.
So where is it without burning intellect points?
2 or better.
I think I'm going to hang on to the intellect because I'm not clear when we get to refresh and get them back.
Okay.
Right.
So need a 2 or better to lock on and give the gunner +2.
Okay.
He needs it. There it is, 13. So +2, Dan.
Now's the time to inspire.
Hooray!
Now's the time to inspire.
So my dwindling intellect points left. I have to use 3 to bring it down 1, right?
Yes, but you do get some freebies. So the DC on that is on encourage is DC 15. So you get hold on. So you get intellect, so you get an edge, so it brings it down to 12. You got persuading, that's trained, so it brings it down to 9. If you use 1 intellect point, you can use encouragement, and that brings it down to 6.
I'll do that.
All right.
Wait, I use 1 intellect point or 3?
1 intellect point.
Okay,
Because you're
cool.
using your your encouragement special
Yep.
ability.
I'll do that. So make sure I'm counting right. All right, so 6 or higher.
6 or higher.
Strike first, strike hard, no mercy.
There it is. The Cobra Kai throwback inspires Captain Black. All right, so that's +4 in addition to whatever else you're doing. So on I got an AC of 17. So and sorry, apologies, Eric. I keep coming up behind you and I keep you out of the game. So sorry about that. It's my fault.
All good.
All right, my AC 17. So you have.
Sorry.
You have intellect, or you have speed, so -1, so 14.
Yeah.
I
guess -1 on repeated tasks, so that's 13.
13 +4 due to science officer and the captain giving you bonuses with target lock on, so that's 9 or better, and that's before you burn any speed points.
And there's no other bonus that I'm missing. No,
I don't think so.
So I'll burn the speed points, and it's 2 now, right?
It's 3 for the first point, 2 for every additional point.
And use one of the.
The node will bring it down to 8.
8, and then I'll drop it 1 by burning 3 points.
Okay, 7. He did it. All right, kaboom! 4d4.
Well,
through the front, 4d4 through the front door. 11 points. All right, so that takes out the 5 shield. And 6 goes through, bringing that down to 18, and now the 5 shield points are back down to 0. So I'm at 15 total shield points, which I'm probably going to rebalance next time, as a matter of course.
At least I finally hit him.
You did. All right, that's the end of that round. We go into round 10. Anish. I've been kicking your guys' asses on Anish.
Yes.
But not
It's
this
finally
time.
A bad roll from you.
Rolling a niche every turn.
About dang time.
We get both weapons on him this time somehow?
We haven't seen our roll yet.
Who's rolling it?
Our pilot seems to have fallen asleep.
I was doing something.
There it is. I was doing something.
Oh, that's huge. We should.
All right, you guys
do more of that.
Do things all the time.
Yeah, do more of that. That's how you do it. Do it like that.
Whatever you were doing.
All right, that is okay. Go ahead.
Unless your auto balance shield would be 4, 4, 4, and 3 in the aft.
Yep. Got it.
And you got 18 hit points left.
That's correct.
Science officer.
Yes.
Engineering.
Lock on again.
Well,
engineering.
Yeah.
Engineering. Speed. Give me speed.
Jamming speed.
Nope.
Wow, Chuck, you have been rolling garbage tonight. I hate to point it out, but on the other hand, Dan on his shots for the last several rounds has been rolling garbage too. So
you act like that's new.
Yeah.
No. Was it no Chucks?
No, big bucks, no Chucks.
Big bucks, no Chucks.
I've got 15 characters. None of them roll over 10.
Okay.
Maybe it's not the character.
I have a movement of 6.
Yeah.
Science officer, lock on.
Earlier part of your life.
All right, locking on.
2 or better, unless you want to burn some of those sweet intellect points.
Yeah. I use that with drugs, not rolls.
I hear you.
Oh,
did not get lock on.
What is going on with us?
This is what happens when justice prevails, my friends.
Hey guys, I was just checking the cargo manifest. Apparently, we're taking a whole crate of cursed monkey paws off Simile here. This is the problem.
Ouch.
Okay, you move first, Les.
Okay. All right. I'm going to do this.
Surrender, Dorothy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8. That may be a mistake.
Are you done?
I'm done.
Are you done spinning and everything also?
Yes.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Okay.
He's going to try and capitalize on the fact that I only have my particle gun is only forward arc.
Yeah.
Rotate in place.
Well, we're not in your range anyway.
All right. All right.
Both our guns, you have nothing.
That's right. I don't have anything. You're out of my arc. I can't fire. You hear him cursing even louder on subspace radio.
Player Mallory has entered the game.
Both of you guys, both of the gunners are using the trinode.
Okay. And did we get inspired?
No.
I'm
Inspiration failed.
I'm coming.
Oh, wait. I don't know. He hasn't done it yet.
I'm spiring now. All right, this is a big round, so I'm going to blow as much as I possibly can. I think I have, I had 15 minus 6 minus 3 minus 1. So I have 5 left.
A lot of intellect points getting burned today.
This is a big roll for us right here, though. So
it could be.
If I burn all 5, what does that bring me down to? My encouragement.
Burn all 5 was a +2. So hold on, I've got to look back. What is the DC on encourage? DC on encourage is 15. So 15. You start out with 15. Let's look at Weber Jix here. So you start out with 15. You have intellect edge, which is 1, which brings it down to 12. You have persuasion trained, which brings it down to 9. You also have encouragement, which if you burn 1 point, that gives you 3 extra.
All right, I'll do that. So I don't have to burn all 5. I'll just burn the 1 right now.
All right, so that brings it down to 6. Now, if you look at the last 2 rolls that your team did, you may want to consider additional intellect points.
Hey.
Just pointing this out.
Damn monkey paws.
All right, yeah, monkey paws. All right. I'm running out of inspirational quotes, so I'm just going to go with little Will Smith. Bad boys for life. That's all I got.
Damn monkey paws. I'm writing that down. That's got possible end of year stuff. 12. That's a successful encouragement. All right. So that is +2. Which gunner did you give it to?
Oh, I'm gonna give it to Mallory because he hasn't had a chance to play all day.
All right.
Yeah.
Mallory, you get +2. All right. So let's do. Which one do you guys want to do? You want to do Mallory or
Mallory first.
Let's do Mallory.
Mallory first. All right.
No pressure, Mallory.
AC 17. Speed point brings it down to 14. His defense, he's gunner, practice with guns, which brings it down to 11. He was encouraged, which brings it down to 9. He has +1 on the damage. Trinode brings it down to 8. Wait, is it 2 points for the Trinode or 1 point?
1.
Okay,
1
so
for
brings
the
it down to
Trinode.
8. Anything else?
Can I add something to it?
Yep. Burn some of your speed.
You can burn some of your speed points. If you burn 3, you bring it down to 7 or better.
I'll burn 3.
All right, you burn 3 points, you bring it down to 7 or better.
Yes, sir.
Come on, Mallory.
All right, here we go.
It's in your sights.
Roll now.
Yep.
Roll.
Roll it. 17.
17. He got it. That's in. All right. So 4d4 +2.
2.
Because of
44
his
+2.
+1 damage with the guns.
10.
10 points. All right. So he smacks. That's the side one. So he knocks down the 4 thing and does another. Wait,
6.
how many points? Yeah. So 6 points. How many points did I have?
You should be at 12 now.
Yeah, that's what okay. Yeah, I'm at 12. I couldn't read my own writing. So he's down to 6 hit points and no shield there.
No, he's not a suicide. He can leave. Yeah. He's a 9 to 5, clocker inner. I want to go home for the day.
You tried to intimidate him already and failed.
Yeah.
So I believe if I'm watching the math correctly, I need a 10.
10 to hit. Yeah, I believe that's correct.
But do I get a no 2 or is there not one left on?
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
So I'm down to 9.
9.
It's a tri-node. We're only using 2 of them this round, so.
Got it. And I will also go a little bit crazy and burn 5 speed.
Okay, so that brings it down to 7 or better. Oh no, another hit. So all right, he's got 6 hit points left. You have 4d4. Oh no! No! All right.
Boom goes the dynamite.
Oh, that is rough. All right, so your laser turrets cut into the steel of the ship, sawing off big chunks of it. You can see this one doesn't blow up, but you can see that you've pierced the canopy of the pilot's
interceptor.
Interceptor. You pierced the canopy in a couple of places, and you can see now across the canopy as you approach slowly to see as Dr. Wagner sort of goes close to take a look at because it slowly stops moving. Well, no, wouldn't it? Would just keep on going to the south.
Just drift.
It was as it passes by, you see that the glass steel canopy is coated with some mysterious red liquid from decompression.
Oh, yeah. Tiger penis can't fix that, Dr. Wagner.
Tiger penis isn't going to. All right, that's it. So you guys managed to defeat the 2 interceptors. You turn and begin heading back out to the Lagrange point, which is only about 45 minutes away at this point. There's no way that they can deploy any more interceptors to come get you. Although you're on scanners, I mean, Dr. Wagner stays at the science station and he does do some scans, some long range scans, and they have deployed several more. But the fact is that you're gonna get to the Lagrange point and enact jump before they can
get to us, right?
Right.
I call ahead. Oh, communications suck. Never mind. I can't call ahead.
Call ahead for pizza. I'm winded.
Well, yeah, I have credit stick information now.
All right. So before we talk about, so we'll go to the main map here in a second, and we'll talk to Tam and Captain Black about where you guys want to go. I have to ask, what did you guys think about the Starfinder space combat system? Did you enjoy it? Was it sucky? What did you think?
It's getting used to.
I was getting used to it, and it was a little clunky because we were doing 2 different systems where rather than just taking your gunner abilities and rolling D20 plus that, what you do in Starfinder, with Cypher, you kind of like take your initial thing and then subtract stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, we were kind of cobbling it together as we went along a little bit.
Right. But it is a system that gives everyone a task.
Yeah, that's true.
Except for Eric.
Well,
Eric, I'm sorry, that was mainly me because
that's our pilot.
If I could beat him on initiative, I can position us every time.
Well, no, I think this is where we need to get better because I remember now, and it didn't dawn on me till the end. He didn't have to stay gunner; he could have done other tasks.
That's true. You could swap out.
Right.
So there were other things he could have done if we knew we couldn't align the front of the ship.
Right. He could have done an engineering or science officer task.
Yeah. But I actually think that like next time he should have if we're in that same situation, he gets the turret, give me the straight one, and then I can do engineering or other things if I need to.
Yeah.
Right.
That would
makes sense.
Oh, so you can have more than one
Well, you can't have
more than one engineer. You can have more than one science officer. You can have more than one gunner.
I'm gonna have to inspire people.
Pilot and captain are the only positions you can only have one at.
And with that machine interface would have helped me at the engineering side.
Engineering,
contributed there.
Yeah,
by the time the straight shots were out.
Yeah, as Mallory is the most talented gunner, he should probably have the 360.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah.
So that being said, I mean, do you feel like if it should come to pass that you guys get in another space battle, you guys are comfortable using these rules?
Yeah, we'll just
as long as Don's around.
We'll just do a
job of it. Come on, I can stumble my way through it. I was doing all right.
I just want to make sure we got somebody on our side that knows the rules left.
As long as our space lawyer is available.
I really prefer it when I'm the only one that knows the rules. Because then I can change them whenever I want. All right, great. Well, all right. So you guys defeated the interdictors. That's a couple more dead guys on your plate, but that's okay because you guys make it to the jump point, and now you're now you're at like, where do we go from here? So you guys,
where are we
going? You guys are at Cymbeline. I believe, and I have to check because we haven't done it for a while because you've been at Cymbeline for so long, but I believe the Gin and Tonic is a jump 3 ship. However, you've got enough fuel for several jumps if you want to do that. Now, there was some loose talk about heading back to Mirabilis, the safety of Mirabilis, but it's kind of a haul. It'll take you weeks to get from here to Mirabilis because remember, each jump takes a week. In jump space, but you also have friends in the front, right? Captain Seventide. So I mean, it's possible you don't know if he's still there, but you do know that theoretically, if you jumped to a fronter space, you might be safe from Terran legal authorities. And frankly, this whole interdictor battle, you probably get on Seventide's good side.
Yeah.
True.
He would love to hear that story, I'm sure.
He's the guy who put us in with the weapons, yeah. The guy who put us with the guy. Do we ever pay Sergey, or how are we paying Sergey? I've forgotten.
You've already paid Sergey. So you guys paid Sergey up front, and then Wem Yamazaki wired some money to help boost it. She got wind of what you guys were doing, and she's like, yeah, I think that these guys could use some guns.
I assume we owed them some favors for keeping us in a safe house and patching us up a bit.
Yeah. So well, I mean, that's up to you. You can figure out. I mean,
yeah, we'll make it up to him later. Yeah. Right now, he's a guy we used to know. I know a guy.
Yeah, Sergey.
He's too happy to see us, depending.
I think it's Davidov. I can't remember what his last name is. Something like that. But yeah, so you guys get out to the Lagrange point, and you flip into jump space. So now the question is, where are you heading? And what is your path?
Did we ever find any coordinates? Because I think we were trying to find where the Ursae are holding the scientists, right? I don't think we came up with coordinates yet, did we?
You did not come up with the coordinates yet.
Well, wait a minute. At this point, we're in jump space.
Mm-hmm.
So Keev needs to start talking.
Keev Smitchy?
Yeah.
Yes. Keev Smitchy.
All right.
I'm going to hand Mallory a ladle.
And if he doesn't start talking, we're going to introduce him to Mallory.
We have a proud tradition on the ship of beating unarmed prisoners with a ladle.
Mallory is not the coffin.
No, but Mallory is intimidating.
Well, Keev Smitchy
doesn't he does know that. Yeah, Mallory's
he doesn't know that you're not a deranged psycho, is what I'm saying.
A soldier.
He promised to tell us everything as soon as we got into space.
He said, "Oh yeah, go ahead."
He's got the straight walk. He's got the intense stare. He's got the weapon abilities, and he's proven that so far.
He's also spattered in fresh blood.
Yeah, he also blew like 3 guys away with a big fucking shotgun.
Yeah.
So
two of those guys lived.
If Keev wasn't afraid of him,
good.
He should be. So I'm just saying, he said he was going to tell us everything once we were in jump space. If he tries to backtrack of that, now that he feels safe, we will renegotiate by introducing him to Mallory.
All right. Ready.
Well, I remember, wasn't Mallory in his apartment, and Mallory was like, after he killed the Popov, didn't Mallory, there was a point where Mallory was going to kill him, and wasn't it Tam who talked him down to it? Yeah. Said, don't, we need this guy, that kind of thing. Uh-huh. So yeah, Mallory may not be.
So he knows Mallory will do it.
Yeah,
he certainly knows Mallory wants to do it. All right, cool. All right, so yes, you guys have Keev, and as you guys get into jump space, obviously he's sitting down and he has availed himself of some of the scotch from stores. He's sitting down with in the area with a glass in his hand. He's like, "Well, you've certainly made good on your promise, so I will make good on mine. What is it that you want to know?" I hate the guy. I hate you.
When I get over there, first thing I do is I take the glass and drink the rest of it and take the bottle away from him. He's done having it soft.
Oh, please, gentlemen, this is ridiculous. We're all friends here. Come now, share the bottle.
We're not friends, and you're going to just tell us everything we want to know.
Well, I think you're mistaken, because I consider you my friends, and I think you should do the same to me. Perhaps over time, our relationship will improve. I trust it will.
If you want the relationship to improve, tell us everything you know about your work for, what's it called again?
The Ursae?
Yes, thank you.
Well, where to begin? Well, I guess it started when I was a young man, in the prime of my youth, when I first.
Where are the bears keeping?
Oh, sorry. You want me to skip? You want me to skip ahead then? All right. So, he's like, well, basically, they approached me, and I decided to ally with them for the money. They asked very little of me for the most part, and the money was excellent. And as you can imagine, working for the Terran Interstellar Legal Authority is not the path to riches that I expected it would be when I first signed up. However, from what I've been given to understand, the Ursae, as you know, are Johnny-come-latelys to the starfaring races. They're only recently, and I mean recently in galactic terms, the last 150 years or so, have been included in any discussions of the starfaring races, that Terra things, and the Kazintia Frontier War, as well as the Cymbeline Kajak War, has sort of taken the time and efforts away from the Terrans, and sort of kept the Ursae in sort of their second-class citizen status. This has always irked them, as you can imagine. Coming from bear stock, they are easily irritated and hold a grudge, as you can imagine. Mm-hmm. And they dislike having been considered second-class citizens, and they wish most devoutly, as a society, to join and be respected as starfaring and militaristic race in their own right. But obviously, their star systems are far from the madding crowd to things. So this job would have been a long one, and likely would have taken easily a century. They cobbled together jump technology and were working with various AIs, whatever pittance technology that Terra would deign to give them, but they were unsatisfied with it. However, in addition to being quite a militaristic race, they are also scientifically prodigious. And once they got jump technology, they began investigating it, and they found some interesting things. Now, I don't know all the science of it. I'm not a science man. I'm an administrator, as you know. However, my understanding is that as they were tinkering with jump space, they caught on to a methodology, a process, by which they would be able to enact jumps almost within their starships, almost at will. Now, this process was largely theoretical up to about 4 years ago. However, they worked assiduously on it day and night. They put their best scientists with it on it. Almost the entirety, as my understanding goes, almost the entirety of their members schooled in physics and astrotechnologies and jump space technologies. All of them were devoted to this project to try and devise a way that they could supersede the normal everyday limits associated with jump space, the week-long trips, the limited range, the fuel consumption. And my understanding is that they found what they were looking for, or at least got close to what they were looking for, because there was a lot of talk about the idea of Ursae warships jumping into star systems, delivering incredible payloads of jump space and subspace weapons, which they were working on at the same time, and then jumping back out within minutes, within seconds. They'd also seemingly, or at least talked about how they had, figured out a way around the gravity well issue. As you know, the reason we had to truck out to a Lagrange point was to avoid the intersecting gravity wells of various planetary bodies within the system. They had apparently come up with a way to avoid having gravitons affect jump space technology in the ways that currently cause misjumps, and why every system in the known universe uses a series of designated Lagrange points where the graviton emissions either cancel each other out or are non-existent. I don't know if any of these things were true, and certainly they weren't true in a practical sense. No Ursae warships dropped out of jump at star systems of their enemies and blasted their planets into oblivion and then jumped away in moments, leaving the planetary defense systems and their own fleets little recourse. None of that has ever happened, as far as I know. However, they seemed, or at least talked about, that they had found the theoretical and practical underpinnings of a scientific methodology that will allow them this technology.
Wow, Smitchy, you're a real egghead. I thought you were just a slimy weasel, but you got a head on you.
Don't compliment him.
I was born an egghead and smart as a whip. The slimy weaseling came as part of my job.
He didn't figure any of that out. He's just telling a story.
Right,
he is a slimy weasel.
They realized about 2 years ago, they realized that they had expended the volume of scientific knowledge that they themselves could use, and they'd found themselves up against a breakpoint. They simply did not have the knowledge, experience, or scientific wherewithal to move the project into the practical stage. And that is when they began kidnapping scientists, Terran, alien, Kazinti, whatever they could get their hands on. Always people or sentients with the express knowledge and theoretical underpinning that would allow them to break through this barrier. They kidnapped them and brought them to some place, not Kulkulkan. That was too dangerous. They had found some place, my understanding was that it was in deep space somewhere, where they had built a massive, truly massive space station. And that is where they brought these scientists, where they put them to work on solving the practical problems associated with delivering these weapons and utilizing jump space technology in the ways that they envisioned. But then something else happened. There had always been legends about creatures that lived in jump space that were natives to those strange, physically improbable areas that exist under our universe and above our universe, into which certain fields could go, but a human exposed to such fields would die instantly, or even worse, simply cease to exist. But apparently, the Ursae, in their investigation, stumbled across creatures for whom jump space, hyperspace, was their natural habitat. And these creatures were intelligent. And these creatures reached out to them, and the Ursae government and the scientific wing of the Ursae government, as well as the military wing, began to have what could only be described as diplomatic discussions with these creatures. They kept it as great a secret as is possible to think. They had mandated throughout the cadres of people who knew about this that under no circumstances would any word of these creatures leak out, and any violation of these precepts, or even suspected violation, would result in the deaths of whoever deigned to reach out. I know that there was at least one significant purge on their space station in which dozens, if not hundreds, of kidnapped scientists were executed for conspiring to try and release the knowledge of the existence of these creatures to the greater cluster.
Interesting.
It is the Ursae's hope that with the aid of these creatures that live in jump space, and the knowledge that the scientists that they have kidnapped, in order to break through the scientific hurdles that confront them, that they will finally be able to enact their grand plan. Jump space technology that does not require that can work in gravity wells, that can be enacted without fear of misjump, in far less time than it takes to do so now, for whom that jumps do not take a lengthy amount of time in hyperspace, and the development of weapons that utilize jump space technology. These weapons, if developed, would catapult the Ursae not into being considered equals, but would catapult them overnight into being the dominant species in known space. No other technology that I have heard of that the Terrans have could match the power of a fully jump space enabled Ursae
operational battle station.
Fully operational Death Star, yeah.
Now, I don't know where their space station is, where the station that they think. All I know is that I believe it is in deep space somewhere. But that is why the Ursae hired me. Now, when you came upon one of them having kidnapped a scientist and returned it to its rightful home, wherever that was, they became aware of you, and they began to try and hinder you. And that's what I was. Once you came to Cymbeline, I was notified by the Ursae, by Kick Bandiers, who's my primary contact, who told me that you were to be neutralized in one way or the other. Now, the plans after that, as the longer you stayed on Cymbeline, you did leave for a while, and it was later determined that you went to Tufik for over a week. I don't know what you did there. I'm certain that it is a great story, and I'd love to hear it sometime, perhaps over a glass of that scotch you took away from me.
No.
No.
But when you returned to Cymbeline, and my contacts indicated that you were having some dealings with Sergei, I assume smuggling of some sort. That's Sergei's primary effort. Sergei Davidov. That was when it was decided. The Ursae asked me to bring you under arrest and under some trumped-up charges, utilizing the powers of Tyla, and then I was to pretend to transport you to Sirius system for adjudication at a Tyla court, but in reality, I was going to meet a ship called the Penny Dreadful in space, in deep space, and deliver you to them.
I missed the adventure when you guys acquired Smitchy. Did Coffin Doyle's ex-girlfriend show up on the scene or no? She
did not.
I was hoping.
You mean Shamadi?
Shamira.
Shamira, that's right.
The vengeful
Shamira. I met her once. Did I tell you that?
Really? You did?
I don't know what you did to her, but she holds all of you with a sense of anger and resentment. Frankly, it was off-putting just being in the same room with her, and she had nothing against me. I wasn't even the target, but frankly, she sheds aggression in waves like a virus.
Wow. Okay.
She also has a weird set of scars on her head and face. I'm not sure what happened there.
As Andrew leaves the room.
And she's like, I'll check you guys later. I'm going to take off. I'll see you.
I thought it was Michael Jackson. What do you want?
Funny.
Mallory would not know much about Shamira.
Mallory would not know about Shamira, but the rest of them, Mallory probably looks around in the primary room of the Gin and Tonic as you guys are flying through subspace, and everybody's like, the subject of Shamira comes up, and everybody's like, "Whoa, look at the time! I'm gonna go check on the. I'll see you."
All right. Okay. It's sort of weird switching characters mid game because I gotta disavow a lot of
Yep.
You got to remember that you have to forget.
Yeah, you don't remember, yeah. All right, hold that thought. Think of some questions. Let me grab a quick whiskey. I'll be right back.
Cool. Mallory is actually a little satisfied that what's his name? Smeeve? No, Smitchy. Told us what seems to be real valuable information. Maybe I don't want to kill him yet.
No, we'll lock him in a cell.
All right. I think
I'd like to turn him into Tyla at some point.
Maybe so.
So basically, when it comes to the kidnapped scientist, He thinks it's a space station in deep space, but he doesn't actually know.
Right.
Which is useless.
Yeah, it's
we can search.
We can
we can search all of space.
All of space.
Yeah, let's start at grid 0001 and work our way
Yeah.
Well, what was the coordinates of where he was supposed to meet up with the Penny Dreadful?
Yeah.
He was supposed to meet the Penny Dreadful. So Tyler ships are typically jump 2. So he was supposed to meet the Penny Dreadful in hex 2728. Here, let me show you. I guess it would be helpful to be able to see the map.
Yeah.
Hold on, let's get back there. All right, so let's.
They're Tyler ship. Oh no, Penny Dreadful's not Tyler ship.
So this right here is 2728. Can you see that?
Yep. And where's
So that's where he was supposed to meet the. That was where he was supposed to meet the Penny Dreadful. In fact, he was supposed to meet the Penny Dreadful. Well, he does a little bit of back of the napkin math. How long has it taken since you guys fought at Tyla to now would be what, 3 days? How long did you stay with Sergey? 3 days, 4 days? I think it was 3 days.
I think it was 3 days.
Then you busted out. So it would have been a week-long trip. So the expectation is that the Penny Dreadful would have picked up you guys from Smitchy or Smitchy's representatives at 2728 hex 4 days from now. But now you guys are in jump space, so you can't get there.
So would it make sense that wherever the scientists are being kept is probably closer to that meetup point?
I think so.
You said the Penny Dreadful was a fairly short range ship?
It was a jump 2, but it had extra fuel tanks. So you're talking about the Penny Dreadful was captained by a man named Lamonte. He definitely works for, that's where they wanted to meet. He definitely works for the Ursae. He's far higher. I dealt with Lamonte on several occasions. He definitely was working closely with the Ursae on this project. He is, however, a human. And I think there's something, so that on the left is a current viz stat of Lamonte. That's what he looks like. However, you guys may remember that the guy who called about the guy who was seen at Palmer's summer home, and then later called him about the retrieval of the Steiner Library was this guy on the right. This was the image of the guy from the computer viz that this guy had.
I forgot we were trying to acquire the Steiner Library. Damn it!
You look at the nose, you look at the mouth.
Yeah, it's the same guy.
It might be the same guy.
It's the guy.
The guy on the right looks like Dances with Wolves. With glasses.
That could be, yeah.
So we need to go murder Kevin Costner.
For anybody listening, we're not going to murder Kevin Costner.
What? Why not?
To Jeff, my FBI guy, we're not going to murder Kevin Costner. Just letting you know. We'll talk later. Just text me.
We keep changing plans. I hate that.
It reminds me, Les, I still need to tell you why Flyfest is in the FBI files.
What have you done now?
No, we'll talk later.
Okay.
My God.
Wait.
I don't know these guys. I don't know these guys.
Whom are we going to whack?
Kevin Costner, apparently, among other people.
We are not going to whack Kevin Costner. Sorry, I got to get this straight in my head.
So Lamont is captain of the Penny Dreadful. That's his own ship. He has been in service of the Ursae for as long as, if not longer than I have been in service of the Ursae. And I've been being paid off by the Ursae for about a year now. Mostly what I have done on their behalf is ensure that whenever Ursae ships came through here, that their cargoes, which would largely, which often contained kidnapped scientists in cryostasis, would be that the inspections were largely overlooked, that they could get those through and not be found.
So do you have any records of who the scientists were that you didn't find?
No, I don't. And frankly, I did not want to keep those records. I did not want to make those records. And frankly, that would have negatively impacted my ability to continue to take money from the Ursae. Remember, any news of this stuff gets out, they were killing people. Like, they were killing associated people. They purged. When I heard about the scientist purge that happened because there was a possibility that the story about the creatures might get out, I heard that they killed close to 100 scientists just on suspicion. If they knew what I was telling you now, well, frankly, it's the likelihood is that my life is what's the word, forfeit should I run into and kick bandiers or any Ursae really. And they've probably dispatched a few people to the thing. But once you guys drop me off, I have some means that I'm going to disappear. So the Ursae will never see me again. I'm going to find a ship to the Salamini, the best Salamini cluster star system that's the farthest from Kukulkan. I'm going to change my name. I'm going to change my appearance. I'm going to get new glasses, and I am going to open a club. We're going to call it Steve's.
Ursae.
Of course.
Okay.
Be right back, guys.
Mallory does not speak Ursae. Do any of our current crew speak Ursae?
It seems unlikely.
However, I would be more than willing to hand Smitchy off to the Ursae. Unless he pays us an exorbitant amount.
Hey, now wait a second. I'm holding up my end of the deal. You can't change the deal. A deal's a deal.
The deal was done. The deal was
done. We got you to deep space, and you gave us the information. We held up our end too.
This is a new deal.
Now we're thinking, wow, we got put really out of our way because of you. You cost us money. You cost us time.
Well, that was all incidental.
Reparations.
And
reparations. I got you off Cymbeline Station without being caught by the Tyler authorities or the ConStab.
You wouldn't have been caught dealing with the Tyler authorities if it wasn't for you in the first place.
That was us.
That is all hearsay.
I've changed the deal. Pray I don't change it any further.
Yeah.
Well, perhaps we could come to some arrangement. I do have some sources of funds, but I would have to be at those locations, and I think probably
that's not going to happen.
I think I probably need to go to UV SETI. I know a drone there. He used to work in the trucking industry. Some sort of incident. He's out of it now. I'm not sure what's going on there. But anyway.
That's a trap. Stop there. Do you? Where is this Ursae space station?
I don't know. I suspect that Lamont knows because my understanding, and I've had a couple of conversations with him, and where he referenced going there and delivering things. Lamont was one of those guys that when the Ursae and they have a lot of different people that they've hired, this all with varying levels of knowledge. When the Ursae really need to get something done, though, usually they fall to Lamont.
Lamont.
Yeah, the Turbo Lamont is his name.
Turbo.
Viterbo.
Yeah. What system is he on?
I don't know what system he's on. I was supposed to meet him in 27, 28 to drop you guys off 4 days from now. I think he's originally from North Space. Dinger, maybe? We never had those kind of conversations. And frankly, even if I'd asked him, I doubt he would tell me the truth. He didn't seem the type.
I thought you were saying it terrible like Charles Barkley. He's terrible.
So to sum up, the Ursae are conspiring with extra dimensional beings and jump space to dominate the galaxy and change the rules of change the method of to allow warships to jump right next to a planet and disregard the L2.
As far as I understand, they're already building the warships.
All right. We gotta find that space station, and we gotta. I mean, if the Ursae blow up,
we don't have to find it. We just need to tell some other authorities about it.
Then yeah, I mean, because if
we're not commandos,
Ursae, and hold Smitchy for ransom as much as he can pay.
That's true. Yes, that's true. But I mean, if the Ursae blow up the galaxy, then we can't make money.
Well, here's the thing, though. They're going to know in 4 days, 3 days before we drop out of jump space. They're going to realize that, well, Keev will tell you, when I don't meet the Penny Dreadful at 2728 in 4 days now, they will come back to Cymbeline looking for me. Then they're going to figure out what happened, and they're going to know that I left with you guys.
2728, can we make it? Jin, tell us, can we make it in 4 days to 2728 or earlier?
No. Well, it depends. You guys never told Jin, so that's why I wanted to talk to go back to the game a little bit. That's why I want to talk about where you guys are going, because when you set your jump space coordinates in motion, so you're in jump space now. So you've got a week in jump space. You can't fall out of jump space before the jump is finished. However, you've got a jump 3. So basically, you've got a jump 3 ship, which means that you can get in any direction three hexes in one jump in a week. But I need to know, where did you go?
Could we get to 2728? And do we have any idea of what Penny Dreadfuls has for armaments? I mean, they took down a pretty significant security force at the summer.
Show the map again.
If it was them. Do we want to be there, go for another battle, or do we want to, like, I was not thinking we'd want to head that way, but I'm thinking maybe that's our best lead.
Why don't we get it freshen up and get our points back?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I mean, you'll get all your points would reload while you're in jump space. You're going to be in jump space for a week.
We need to do some hull repairs too, right? Can we do some temporary hull repairs too?
Jin would work on that. There would be probably with Bishop, between Bishop and Captain Black and Jin, and if anybody else has engineering skill, you guys would probably be able to recoup those things. Jin especially would be able to sort of knit the ship back together.
Yeah, I have good repair skills.
Yeah, there you go. So Captain, you're probably working very closely with Jin over the course of that week. It's be difficult because you can't exit the ship. The ship itself is surrounded by a jump field, which allows you to transcend into subspace. However, internal damage you could certainly deal with. Now, when you fall out, you probably have to fix the hull and that kind of stuff. There were a few breaches. You've sealed off those areas.
Right.
I think
surprisingly little damage, all things considered. So,
well, those interceptors are not used to. I mean, the reality is those interceptors didn't expect anybody to have guns
shooting back at them, right?
Yeah, they didn't expect to have anybody shooting back. When one side has guns and the other side doesn't, they usually feel like they're going to get their way. In this case, you guys suddenly emerged having a couple of turrets worth of light lasers.
That's an inspiring quote, Les. When one side has guns and the other doesn't, they usually feel they're going to get their way. Less hostile there. 20.
Interesting.
So I sort of need to, depending on what you guys want to do next, we need to know what your plan was, and I'm going to trust you because you did not learn about 2728 until you were in space, in jump space.
I would say we're probably. There's two things I could think of. One, we head to where we actually have cargo to drop off, because as I remember, we're loaded with cargo.
Yeah.
The downside of that is Cymbeline will know we're loaded with cargo if they're not complete morons, and they'd probably contact those stations before we even arrive.
Yeah, and that would likely be a trap.
Right.
So right now, your cargo is headed for. Let me check the sheet here.
I think it's live animals.
Gleasy 570.
Where's 570?
Yeah, Gleasy 570. Let me. I got to check the master chart. Hold on a second.
It might be worth going to 2728 to see if there's anything there, because if that's a spot that there might be a waypoint that Ursae,
Gleazy 570 is Mukaldim.
getting to a front or Terrence base there.
Where is that
what
located? Mukaldim 20.
Is that this?
Hold on, 2323.
Oh, that's up here.
Oh, Mukaldim, yeah. So that's
yeah.
that's a double jump. So you've got fuel for probably 4 jumps before you have to reload.
Where so do we? Yeah, we need to drop his cargo up, but can Gin doctor us up some fake landing credentials or no? Can we not do that?
It's possible, I suppose. I mean, it would depend. Gin.
When we killed a bunch of security officers, we went on to piracy level here, right? So we can't be acting as normal merchants anymore.
Well, Gin is your ship, right? So there's a certain level of loyalty that Gin, as your ship's AI, is going to show to you. That loyalty probably does not include disguising the ship. I mean, it's possible you guys can convince him to have a different, but then there's also the transponder technology which you'd have to deal with. And
the best
and
engineer in the business.
You guys do have a couple of
Bishop
great you got a great engineer, and you got Bishop Hawk, who knows AI, he knows computers, he knows these machines in backward and forward. With Bishop, it's possible.
So technically,
if you have a better idea, that's my idea.
Technically, who's the captain of this ship?
Captain Black.
I'd like to speak to you privately if I can.
Okay.
Do we have to put everybody in a different room?
No.
I will just pretend like you're not hearing this.
Yeah, no, it's all good. Look,
I will for real not listen.
Well, now wait. Mallory made a good point. He's like, do you guys want Gin to hear this? Whatever you're going to say to Captain Black.
No.
All right. So there are places within the ship.
Areas on the ship. Yep.
Yeah, where you guys can go, but they're sort of remote. But I mean, it's a ship. It doesn't take you 20 minutes to get there. I mean,
Captain Black, take him.
You go on one of the life pods, and then Gin reads your lips and knows what you're saying.
Yeah.
Well, just like in the NFL, I'll hold something over my mouth.
Captain Black
can't hear the play call.
Take him to the pleasure lounge. Like, what's with all these chains and weird weird whiffy looking things?
You gotta ask Weber about that. That's his thing.
Yeah.
This is where
anywhere that Weber has anywhere that Weber has access to, there's mysterious crates of whiskey that appear. Oh yeah, I was looking for that.
That's Weber Jicks in a nutshell: Scotch and black leather.
So once we get into a place where we can secure our conversation,
you can.
All right.
And hide lip syncing, whatever. And everybody can be there if they want to, just not Gin.
Well, you could tell Gin not to monitor you. And Gin, you have a more than realistic expectation that Gin will abide by those rules.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
That's what we're worried about.
I won't trust that.
Okay.
So I will let the captain know when I did the upgrade on your AI. There was another AI personality there.
Yep.
The readings were very confusing. The information was not reliable, but there is something amiss. With the information that we've just heard about the fact that the Ursae have opened up some sort of communication with beings from jumpspace, this potentially, not necessarily, but potentially opens up a possible nefarious third party that could be affecting your AI.
Are you saying you think it's like a spy software program, or is this like an actual entity?
Well, it read as a second independent AI.
So technology, not life.
Either one. An entity could read the same way if it was not of our reality.
We might not be able to tell the difference. Okay.
Exactly. So whatever is going on with your AI, and I tried to research it a little bit. but I was given very short time to try to upgrade the AI and get off your ship so you could have it back.
As far as we know, Jin is not aware of this other personality.
As far as I know. But there
If
is
given time, how much time would you need to be able to do more research?
Well, I could do tests. I can run, all kinds of stuff on the computer. The problem is, if I'm running reports and stuff on the system
knows that you're running them.
The system knows that I'm running them.
Yep. You're computer-wise, you're in a sealed environment right now.
And so if Jin doesn't know that there's a second AI configuration within his or her matrix, I can't run queries on it without making both Jin and the secondary aware of that.
That we know what we're looking at. They'll know what we're looking for.
So up until now, it has been a complete anomaly and I've been confused. But with the idea that the Ursae have found life forms that exist in jump space.
Yeah.
This could be that. And
is there a way to hook up a monitoring system so that we could at least be aware anytime this entity does anything?
It's possible, but at the same time, depending on how you do it, the entity might be aware that we're watching.
Well, we could come up with a good story to tell Jin, right? About, okay, we're just making sure that the new upgrades are taking place, so we're putting in a monitoring checking system or something.
Well, I think Jin's probably amenable to anything you want to do.
And Jin knows Bishop.
Yeah, Jin is your AI. And Jin trusts me because I'm a technician who's been assigned to help him. So he doesn't have any.
He'd be okay with it.
He doesn't have any sort of fear of me because I'm just someone who exists to help him.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, if we do any sort of that, monitoring or what have you, the other entity that exists in that framework is going to know about it too. And if they're not friendly, it becomes somewhat problematic.
At least we'd be finding out whether it's friendly or not.
Possibly.
Before we're relying on the ship's AI to help us in combat or something.
Now, again, I can try to figure out what it is. I can try to figure out how to keep it separated, but there's no guarantee in any of that. So if I monitor Jin like 24/7, if I put some sort of monitoring software on it to see what's going on, whatever this other entity is will likely know that that's what's happening.
It seems like we got two choices, right? Like this was either put there by the Ursae, or it's put there or part of these other dimensional beings who just happen to now be there or be integrated with us.
Right. So if these beings have been awoken to our presence, for lack of a better term.
You're not aware of this, Chuck, but those beings were on our ship and damn near killed me. So I did not.
Wagner's got samples.
That and they are for sale.
They were definitely on board. We disposed of it, we thought, but who knows what else could have happened while they were on board.
Crazy.
Wait, will you have samples?
Sorry, Andrew. That just said they are for sale.
It's Dr. Wagner.
Oh.
Yeah, anything that has a penis, Dr. Wagner has a sample of it.
And vaginas, and in between.
Kidneys and Dr. Wagner, I've seen him work. He's obviously brilliant, but also obviously somewhat disturbed.
He's a little insane. Yeah. Oh, is he in the room, by the way?
It doesn't matter if he's in the room. I'm not going to hold. I don't hold back shit.
Well, anyway, where I was going with that is, do we feel that at this point in time, especially given the situation we're in, that Smitchy would probably tell us the truth if there's something like that in the ship, because it puts him in danger if there is.
Well, he may not know.
He's already in danger. Smitchy's well aware of the danger. He's basically blabbed all of the Ursae secrets that they have summarily executed people for. The moment that Lamonte finds out that Smitchy did not deliver on his thing, he's going to check it out. He's going to go to Cymbeline. He's going to check it out, and he's going to realize that Smitchy escaped the station with you guys. That would be common knowledge. And then he's going to know he's turned. And the likelihood is they're going to go after Smitchy with.
But he has no reason to try to protect him. If he knew that they had done anything with the ship, he would most likely tell us, because it's
Smitchy will tell you flat out he has no idea that anybody's done anything to the ship. The Ursae were only interested in tracking your movements so that they could try. Well, they were trying on a couple of different occasions to try and, well, frankly, eliminate you, or at least kidnap you and try and figure out what you knew. Because from their point of view, you guys came out of nowhere. You guys came out of nowhere. You took back a kidnapped scientist. You mutilated one of the people, killed several, and then you just started showing up in the oddest places. That's what they knew, and they were like, "Whoever these guys." Well, frankly, Smitchy will tell you that they initially thought you were representatives of some other interested party. That the word had got out that they were making these. That they were making these scientific inroads on jumpspace technology, that the word had somehow got out despite all their precautions, and that you guys were representatives of some third party that wanted access to that data. They suspected, at least from what I heard from Kick Bandiers, is that they suspected you were in league with the Affront.
Well, and they weren't far off. It was just Spoculum that we were.
Well, yeah, they don't know about Spoculum. Yeah, the Ursae didn't know about Spoculum Corporation. All they knew is that you guys, the Gin Tonic materializes out of nowhere. This is formerly a trading vessel that had done purely commercial work under the rubric of a drone trading organization. Suddenly, without warning, it goes off the rails, showing up in the weirdest places, conducting the weirdest operations. There's one point they were in league with a general of the Terran army, and then that fell through. And you look at it from the point of view of the Ursae. They're like, where did these fucking guys come from? They do know that you linked up after the destruction of an Ursae ship with an Affront battlecruiser that destroyed the Ursae ship. And so their primary theory was that you were somehow agents of the Affront, trying to learn more about the jump space technology.
It may work in our favor for them to continue to think that.
Yeah.
Oh, there's nothing stopping them from thinking it now. And if anything, now they think, Smitchy would say, now they think I'm with you on this.
Yeah.
All of the stuff in the past.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to try to shortcut this, but all of your stuff in the past, I don't know anything about that.
Right.
All I know is that there are Ursae who are kidnapping scientists, which is of interest to me for various reasons. And your AI is sharing its space with something else.
Yeah.
Which is interesting to me for strictly professional reasons. Now, I can try to isolate and speak to the second, to Mallory's point. I could try to isolate the entity that's sharing space with Jin, try to communicate with them. We don't know yet whether that entity is aware that you know they're there.
Right. As soon as we try to talk to it, he knows exactly that we know he's there.
As soon as I try to communicate with it, it knows we're here. It knows we recognize it's there.
Right.
And if it is an enemy, or if it is disagreeable, that becomes an immediate problem.
Yeah, you're right.
Right.
So there have been several instances, as you guys look back, there have been several instances in which you encountered what you now think are these jump space entities. There was at Palmer's summer house.
Oh yeah.
There was, I think, 2 of these entities that attacked you. There was one instance after you guys had taken Chimera hostage that an entity I'm going to screw this up, but an entity breached the Gin and Tonic and came into the Gin and Tonic. Right.
Yeah.
Mallory would not know this, and neither would Bishop. There was an instance on the Ursae ship, in which case you found the one creature in the tank.
Yeah.
And you'll remember it gave off low-level jump space signatures, the radiation.
Right.
And then there was the other creature that you guys ran into in the darkness of the ship that seemed to be, it was a very odd creature. It seemed to be multi-phase, and it seemed to be interested in you, but it gave no indication that it was hostile. If anything, your recollection at the time was that it might be trying to communicate, but had no idea how.
Right.
But it wasn't hostile. It didn't attack you.
Right, so if this is that other dimensional being and they've got their own whatever they're after, I'm not necessarily that worried about that. But if they're working for the Ursae, that's where it's a bigger problem in my mind.
According to Smitchy, there is at least a group of these creatures, and some pretty powerful ones of what he's been given to understand, that are indeed working with the Ursae to try and help them develop this jump technology. Because he thinks they want access to our dimension.
And I'm sure that's going to end well.
Well, I mean, what if they're a lot more powerful than the Ursae?
Oh, I bet they are.
Yeah. Well, now
it's not going to end well for the Ursae.
Well, now they found if the Ursae may be the key that opens the door to this dimension, in which case you've substituted one problematic race for another.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well,
given what we know, and obviously I need to rest before I can do any of this.
Yeah, we all do.
How do you want me to approach Jin? And how do you want me to deal with attempting to approach, if at all, this additional entity that shares Jin's framework? Because basically what I'm telling you, your AI is not clean.
And the AI controls everything.
And how and when that becomes an issue for you, I can't tell you. But I mean, a week from now, when we drop out jump, we could get in a fight and your AI could refuse to accept your command.
Right. That's why I think I'd like to rip that Band-Aid off.
Well, I'm a passenger on your ship, obviously. I'm not even officially part of your crew.
You are now, I imagine.
But you're the captain.
You got the record also.
One of us.
Actually, that's not true. I could go back to Cymbeline and say I was kidnapped and get away with it.
That's true. He doctored all the videos.
I doctored all the videos.
We're going to send Smitchy with you if you do that.
I'll kill his ass before he gets his 2 steps. I doctored all the,
and then you'll be wanted. So
I doctored all the records. I don't have a problem at this point. Now, what I'm telling you is that I might be able to use that in your favor later.
Yeah.
I was tasked with helping you, and that's what I'm doing. But the question is, how should I help you with this? Because I don't know what you faced before. You've obviously seen some literal shit, and I haven't. So I can try to deal with your AI, try to get it cleaned up, but we don't know what the other entity is. I can try to communicate with the other entity in the event that it's not hostile. Perhaps we can come to an agreement. The Ursae came to an agreement with them.
Yes.
Why can't we?
I agree, but I'd like to do that. I'd like to attempt that, but I'd like to do it in a situation where we know it can't suddenly destroy us because we're in the middle of a jump, and it just gives us the wrong math and we're dead, right?
You're in the middle of a jump now.
Right. So I wouldn't suggest dealing with it where it's the most powerful. And it seems like when you're floating through jump space, a jump space entity would have the advantage.
And again, right now, this conversation was with you and the captain, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I don't care if anybody else.
No,
I'm not trying to withhold information.
I know. I understand.
I understand.
Jin's not part of it. Because you guys have another problem as to where to go to sell your live animals, and do you go to your normal spot, or do you go to 2728, or all of that? Those are all issues that you're going to kind of have to deal with. What is this? I'm sorry, I can't do that.
Sorry, Bishop. I can't do that.
I'm sorry, Hal.
Hal, open the pod bay doors. I'm sorry, Bishop.
I'm sorry.
I can't do that.
Hal, it's nice.
Gin?
Nice to speak to you again.
All right.
So this doesn't. Okay, so this is a good conversation to have, but it doesn't answer our question of where we need to go. We probably need to answer that question regardless, and then.
Well, no, certainly, and I don't have an opinion for that.
Yeah.
I mean, I can look at it logically and say you shouldn't go where you're expected.
Well, I've laid in a blue line, which would be ultimately the double jump that gets you to Mukaldeen or Gliese 570, which is where you would deliver your cargo.
And that's where you're expected.
Well, certainly the Cymbeline Authority, the ConStab and Tyla would say they've taken these things there. I mean, sure, they're probably thinking surely they wouldn't go and deliver this cargo. I mean, I guess surely they wouldn't do such a crazy thing.
Yeah. So it's sort of Sun Tzu. Let your enemies know where you're going to be, then don't be there.
Yep.
So I would suggest you don't go where you're expected.
Right.
Find somewhere else to sell this stuff, or take the loss and space it. But if you go to Mukaldeen or whatever that says,
Mukaldeen, yeah, Gliese 570 is the name of the star.
Yeah, likely you're going to face Tyla and ConStab trying to re-catch you. And if you're comfortable,
Eric, our customers are already disappointed. I'm sure. We're like a month late at this point, anyway.
Now, I don't really know the trade, the trading thing, but I would imagine if this stuff is valuable to somebody, it's valuable to somebody else. So you might be able to find somebody out of the way that you can sell it to.
Absolutely. Well, or in between that, what I was starting to think is, and Weber's not here, but what about getting in touch with Palmer? Is that a better choice? We can even try to offload our cargo with him and ask him to, through other parties, to try to disperse the cargo and get rid of it.
Well, Palmer is taking up residence at Mirabilis too. So he's in Mirabilis, where Spopulam is based. Sorry,
that's where he went and hid. Is in Mirabilis.
Well, he's not hiding from anybody. He was robbed.
They tried to kill him.
No, well, yes, but
somebody wants him dead. I thought he'd be in hiding somewhere.
Well, the general theory, operating theory, was it wasn't personal. They wanted to steal the Steiner Library. Now, remember, the Steiner Library was the only thing that was missing from Palmer's summer house. The Steiner Library was a series of ancient books that discussed the possibility of among other things, discussed the possibility of extraplanar creatures. This library basically was it was sort of a weird encyclopedia of space myths and legends. Right?
Hang on a second. I have to clarify something.
Okay.
According to Mallory, there are Ewok pelts.
There are not Ewok pelts.
I was told these were live animals in stasis.
Sorry.
Do we have live
Ewok pelts
Ewoks?
was our Ewok pelts was our first thing we had, and then we had bear porn for a while. Ursae, for German Ursae industrial
We've
bear
never
porn.
had Ewok belts.
But Captain Black freaks out every time we say Ewok pelts.
Okay, so
They are not
Mallory's,
Ewok
So we like to
belts.
save it as a little spice to throw on, like a little saffron when you want to get Dan go crazy.
so Mallory's just messing with me. There are no Ewok
He's
pelts.
just messing with the captain.
Okay.
Don't recall what kind of live animal. What are these tribbles? What do we got?
No, they're live animals in
Bears.
stasis. They're not. They're essentially food and pack animals. Mukaldeen Gliese 570 is not a sophisticated place. So what you're, I mean, you've plus so you've got 87 tons of live animals in stasis packets that you're delivering there, and you're also delivering about two tons of medicinals, various kinds of medicinals. Mukaldeen, the culture of that of the people. So Gliese 570 is not a great star system to be in anyway with its quaternary system, but it was ultimately colonized by a series of disaffected people from various other star systems that went here, and it was available, right? Because it's not the best house on the block.
Space hippies is what you're saying.
Yeah, well, not hippies, more like space mujahideen, but yes, I mean, kind of like that. They people who were disaffected, they wanted to live in their own way. That way is largely far less technological than what is enjoyed in most of the other star systems. They have space technology, they have jump technology, they do not use AI. And they prefer to hew towards an agrarian lifestyle. There are a couple of planets that are in the sweet zone that are largely agrarian. Now, those planets have their problems, which is why they need occasional shipments of live animals. But yeah, I mean, they're decent enough people. They just choose to live a different lifestyle than you might find on Terra or Tau Ceti or Sirius. Or even Cymbeline. But you guys will recall that this is something that often might be too strong a word, but it does happen. Remember what the people on Tufik, right? They had consciously opted away from a hyper-technological lifestyle. They were largely agrarian. Now Tufik, the planet Tufik, was sort of in this weirdly blessed region of space in relationship to its star that made that planet perfect for agricultural use. And this planet provided food for not only Tufik, but for Cymbeline and several other star systems. They exported food, that kind of stuff. But you'll remember that the gravity was high and that kind of stuff. But they were sort of quasi-religious agriculturalists who had deliberately chosen not to live a hyper-technological lifestyle. They didn't use lace. They didn't even use guns.
Right.
So Mukaldeen is similar but different. It's a little bit more religious. It's a little bit sort of more hardscrabble. Mukaldeen's system is not great, and they do retain. I mean, they've got a D-class starship base and that kind of stuff, so they do retain things, but it's mostly by necessity. Tufik could theoretically survive and frankly thrive if they were cut off from interstellar traffic.
Yeah.
Mukaldeen could not. Mukaldeen requires periodic infusions and stuff, which is why you guys have cargo headed for there. You're bringing tons of medicine. You're bringing tons of live animals to this place.
So they need this stuff.
They need this stuff. But I mean, this is one cargo among probably hundreds that period. Yeah, we're trusting these Gin and Tonic guys to bring us our desperately needed medicine. I'm sure nothing else will befall us in this regard.
But if Mirabilis is so far away, then Palmer probably isn't a good option to try to help us.
So Mirabilis from Cymbeline is 1, 2,
Way too far.
3.
And in the wrong direction.
It's 4 jumps, which is how much you have fuel for. First jump will take you to a fronter space. Second jump will put you between Fenris and Midway. Third jump puts you at 1532, and then it's a simple hop over to Mirabilis.
Hey guys,
theoretically, you could get to Mirabilis in a month without being detected.
The knowledge we currently have makes us some of the most probably deadest men in the galaxy right now.
Yeah.
So we should look a way to hedge our bets, either place a cache of data somewhere that only we know where it is, and or reach out to our Spoffy Lamb and Palmer with some sort of encoded messages, super encoded messages.
Well, that's why I'm
trying.
You weren't at Matt, that I brought up the idea of trying to get back with either Palmer or the Kazinti, right?
I'm just saying that, especially if we think our AI is compromised, we got to figure a way to find a way to have the most encoded message we could possibly think of.
That message could be, we want to meet with you. We need your help.
Like Kitschy sent something like what, code yellow or something. We need to go to code red or something. Whatever the encodements are. Something only the AI could crack. Or something. Just a thought.
Yeah, don't worry about our reputation, Eric. It's bad.
Yeah, that's a brilliantly understated thing. Sometimes I have slight concerns regarding our reputation in this galaxy,
especially since our own crew is telling everyone we murdered Ewoks.
I would point out that our reputation is pretty good, but then somebody keeps going around killing, lawmen, which is certainly not helping our reputation. Some of us went out of our way to make sure that never happened. But then others, took a little more
shot him.
Egalitarian approach.
More direct route.
Yeah. And I'm sorry,
well, we're near the front now, so at least that's closer by.
Yeah, if nothing else, Keev Smitchy could be a plaything for Seventide. I'm sure he'd love to run from mutated tigers.
Excuse me?
And
he's not there. He's not there. We're not having this conversation in front of him.
I'm standing right here.
No, you're not.
Captain, was there a decision made to how you want me to handle Jin?
Decision is I'd like to be out of jump before we try to handle him.
And then how would you like him handled?
I think we're fine tipping our hand a little to the creature from the other dimension, because one way or the other, if they're working for the Ursae, we're screwed regardless. It's basically a spy in our midst. I'd rather the spy we know he's there. But if he's working on his own, we could reach out to him then.
So you want me to try to contact the other entity and perhaps
but not until we're in a safe situation.
So if you guys
bring Weber into it so he can negotiate.
Yes.
So Palmer is at Mirabilis. If you guys have gas for 4 jumps. If you leave Cymbeline, you can head for Loki, which is a fronter territory, which you theoretically could be safe. Then your next 2 jumps would take you to 1930, which is between Midway and Ferris. But the reality is you're going to stay out of jump space for 4 hours, whatever time it takes to do the calculations, and then you jump back. The likelihood of anybody from either of those systems running into you is low. Then you jump to, I think it's 1631, which is deep space, which you're near is Sarpedon. But again, as long as you don't stay there very long, beeping out messages to people, you'll be okay. And then you've got a 4th jump, which puts you at Mirabilis Station. Now you could pretty much count on the idea that Spoffulum Corporation will keep you safe, both from Ursae and from Tyla. And they might be able to help you with things like changing your transponder, things like that. But it's a possibility. It's 4 jumps. It's the extent of your gas, but you can get there. Ewok curry, man. I ate Ewok curry once in Mexico.
Mixing Ewok curry, yeah, that's a rough one.
It was like everything in my body was jumping out of the nearest orifice.
Do we know where Seventide is?
The last time you guys saw him, he was in that orange hex where that square is. So he was posted off at Dismal. You don't know where he is now. He's probably moved, but you can send him a message.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Where's
just
the
gonna ask
general?
the team. We could reach out to him and ask him. To
I
meet
think
with
the
host.
general went back to either Sirius or UV SETI, wherever he was
Yeah,
from.
we want to call him up. He's a guy we used to know, right?
Yeah.
It'd be perfect. He could solve all these problems we have
Well, I'm just thinking he's
by himself.
a good way to solve our Schmitty problem. We meet with Seventide and Loki and just deliver that cargo to him.
You know, Seventide would probably buy a bunch of live animals off of us to use as target practice.
There you go.
Or feed his mutated tigers.
Good.
And then he can do further questioning of Smitty.
Smitchy.
Smitchy. And then we continue on to Mirabilis.
I have the only cat I ever met that likes fetching and retrieving. Go.
Smitchy. Whatever. All right, cool. So that's what I'm leaning towards, but this is not a democracy, but it is a representative republic if anybody wants to give opinions.
Now, you could go the other way. If you guys went south to Tufik, you are respected there. You have the ear of the council. They would probably let you land a shuttle. You have cargo that you could likely sell. I mean, they're agriculturists too. So live animals, medicine, these are things that they might buy. Now they're not necessarily smugglers, so you'd have to come up with some sort of plausible explanation as to why you have this. But you could say, hey, Sergei's got another load. We're in orbit bringing it down. Do you guys want it or not? And they'll be like, what load? And they'll be like, you could be like, he didn't talk to you? Oh, it's crazy. All we need is 200 kilocredits and we'll be on our way.
At least we dump our cargo and get a little more money for some fuel.
Well, and the theory is, I mean, if you guys went to Tufik, well, certainly if you were throwing off fucking Pursuit, I mean, that would be the place to go. These guys, maybe, I mean, nobody, I mean, would people even think that you would go there? They don't know that you have any contacts there.
87
it's
tons of
animals,
a
rural area.
It's
87
very
tons
rural.
of animals worth like 3 cases of the good stuff, right?
Yeah, probably.
Pappy Van
And you guys have contacts there.
And we got to bring Schmitty with us.
And I need to go to bed in 3 minutes because I have to get up in 4 hours.
Oh, we're running out of time. Okay.
Yep.
Well, but that's a good conversation. I feel ready to at least start to make a decision next time.
Bring me a ball. Where's the ball? I got your ball.
Cool. All right.
Okay.
Oh, good. Good.
Did Matt
That's
just
not a
throw
cat.
I think
threw the ball, and
I
the
think
cat
he
sprung off me. Used my nipples as a springboard. Ow.
On our video, because of your background, it just looked like the cat was on your chest and you went.
Yeah. No cats are harmed in the making of this, but my left nipple feels a little abused.
All right. Do we
cool.
want to stop there?
We're gonna stop here for now. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do a little thinking, but I think we've got some good options, which I didn't feel like that at the beginning of the night tonight.
All right. Interesting stuff going on. Now you guys are clued into the big picture. Very interesting stuff. All right. So I will try and get a probably midweek before I get a recap off, but we'll get the video posted ASAP. And we can start the conversation about what you guys are going to do next.
Cool.
All right, guys. Have fun.
Sounds good,
Awesome.
everybody. Have a good night.
Thanks, dudes.
I'm going to
Thanks,
return to
everybody.
my room and nap
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I think we all need a nap.
hard.
Good
Night,
night.
guys.
Good night.
I think Weber does too.
All right.
Good night, guys.
Talk to you soon, guys.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, real quick, I don't want to keep you too long because I know it's late there. We had some problems with the Big Muddy site the other day. I was showing it to the one guy and I added him as an administrator, and then I tried to make I uploaded a theme, and then I tried to make some changes to the theme, and suddenly I started getting 404s already. It kicked me out and that kind of stuff. So I'm going to do a little investigation tonight, but I don't think I can even access the site. And I'm curious to what happened. I'd love your opinion on what happened, because they're hot to trot to get that thing working.
You added a new admin?
I added a new admin. One of the just a second. I'll be with you in a moment. I added a new admin, which is the head of the organization. And then I uploaded a theme, a WordPress theme. And then I went to make some very minor changes to like the website title and that kind of stuff. And the moment I saved those changes, everything went kerflooey. And now I started getting, it kicked me out of WordPress. And I started getting, anytime I tried to access the site in any fashion, even just typing in the site, I got 404s. And I was initially I was getting the website domain name plus /WP as the primary domain. Like there was some other, when I typed in the regular site, I got what looked like a different theme. So I'm not sure what the hell was going on there. But at some point, and we don't have to, I'd love to hear your thoughts on about it sometimes, but let me know, like maybe later this week, your thoughts on that. It's the bmhga.com site.
Right. Would you please send me again that URL?
Yep, absolutely.
I might have it.
It's, do you need the login a URL or the actual URL?
The actual, please.
Okay. Stop doing that. Okay, so here I can just show you real quick if you want to see it.
Okay, sure.
So here's what I get when I type in bmhga.com.
Okay.
Okay. But when I logged in, it gave me this. And this was the working URL. But now it gives me this. So I'm not sure what's wrong with it, but I think it's something it might be something to do with the theme. And I can't log in. So here, let me show you. I'll try and log in real quick. Let me get the URL here. Jonas, you're making me crazy with that. I hate to have to disown you. All right, so here's the WP login, but now I'm getting this. So
Hey,
I don't know why that's doing this.
I want to go back to the previous theme.
Okay. I got to try and get in there though. Let me see what I can do. So this was, and then let me put in my password. These are my credentials for this login.
Okay.
I have no idea what that error is. It's a 404.
You know what? Try to add the slash the WP in the URL. No, go back. Yeah.
Like this?
Yeah. I mean, try to. Actually, please go back.
Okay.
Log in. And now after the .com/ type the WP and then type WP-admin and see if that lets you in. No. All right. Okay. Huh. All right.
Yeah, I don't know, but this still has this. I don't know what this is. This looks like a default WordPress theme, but I don't know why we would have WordPress themes like. So maybe let me try something here.
That is a default WordPress.
So this would be my usual one, but you know what? I'm going to take out this.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's not found.
All
right. So I gotta go into like, I frankly, I'm flummoxed, to be honest with you.
All right. I want to undo that theme.
All right. Yeah, but we have. Can we do that with? Wait a second. Let me stop the recording real quick here.
I bet we can do that in C panel.